one of the main goal for us is making life richer, and we've been able to touch over 10,000 lives in 10 years, and that's awesome. Quite a number of people have attended our events. We believe in education, and we believe that if people know better, they will do better. We do a lot of seminars, we do a lot of enlightenment, because beyond the physical asset, the mental asset is equally important. Any physical asset can be taken away from you, but what you know is what you know. And what you know is always going to inform the kind of decisions that you make. So we believe before people part with their hard-earned fund, they are supposed to take an informed decision. The informed decision will help them to take the right investment decision. So we've been able to impart over 10,000 lives in the course of our journey to 10, and we believe we will be able to do more. I mean, we've imparted 10,000 lives, we are on the road to 1 million. And
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're joining us in the world. Super excited to be here today. How are we doing? How are you? I think it's safe to say Happy New Month. May is starting on such a great note. If you're excited to be here, if you're expectant to learn something new, to change your status and your wealth trajectory, I'd like to see our reactions. How are you doing? How are you doing? Let me see our interactions in the chat room. It's such an awesome privilege to be here today. My name is Stella Uwetre, and I will be your anchor for the Global Wealth Creation Summit 2026. And I'm really excited and looking forward to every session at this event today. Now, if this is your first time of joining the Global Wealth Creation Summit, let me see your response in the chat room. First timers, say hi. And returnees, let's welcome all of the first timers. Let them know that they are in the right place. Of all the places they could be, this is the right place to be. And we are so excited to host them, because if this is your first time, you're a visitor, and next time you would also be welcoming people alongside myself. So also let us know where you're joining from. What part of the world are you joining from? I am here in Bagada, Lagos, Nigeria. Let me know where you're joining from. Who is joining us from the US, from the UK, from Barbados? Let us know. Let us know your time zone. Where are you joining us from? Tell us your city. We want to know where you're joining us from today. I can't see our reactions. I need your energy. How many of you are excited to be here Tell us where you're joining from. And if you're joining this segment alone, you know it is wrong. You shouldn't be learning alone. Share the link with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones. We all need to grow wealth together. So begin to share the link now. Tell them we are live. Tell them we have started. The Global Wealth Creation Summit 2026 is live, and we have started already. You know, this is just interaction icebreakers, ensuring that we are all ready. I hope our hearts are ready, our minds are ready. We have our pen and notebooks with us, and we are ready to learn and also interact and take advantage of every opportunity, information, and knowledge that will come your way this evening. Like I said, my name is Stella Uwechwe, and I am happy, super excited to be your host, anchor, moderator, compare for tonight here in Lagos, Nigeria. So let us know. And today is also very, very interesting. I mean, this period is interesting for LifePage. LifePage is a year older. How many of us know how old LifePage is? If you know, put it in the chat room. Let's see how familiar you are with the brand that has consistently delivered on all of its promises and all of its projects over the years. Let me see that. How old is LifePage? Okay, I see some people know it, some people do not know it. Whichever ways, LifePage is 14 years. 14 years of enriching lives. You know how a 14-year-old child is already a teenager. So LifePage is transitioning into becoming something bigger, something better than it has been. So this is the least that they will ever be. So we celebrate LifePage, we celebrate all of the board and the management. Thank you for the great impact that you've had over the course of your existence, and we look forward to the next 14, look forward to celebrating the next 100, hopefully, in Jesus' name. So I also want to hear from our audience. When you saw the flyer, what was your expectations, or what are your expectations? What are you looking forward to learn? I know you're looking forward to hear from everybody, but what are you really looking forward to learn? Because every segment, our 3 speakers are loaded, amazing topics that they will be sharing with us. You know, we have OC, as we popularly know him, Dr. Oladipupo Clement. He'll be sharing with us wealth by design. You need to know how to create wealth by design. Wealth is not accidental. There's a structure to it, and he'll be sharing that with us. And we have our very own father and mentor, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel will be sharing with us surviving recession. We know that every now and then there's always volatility in the economic space, ups and downs, and that's what life is really about. But there's a way that we can surmount all of these challenges. There's a way that we can thrive, and he'll be sharing those secrets with us. And we also have Mr. Opeoluwa Oni, our ever-smiling, youthful, and purposeful Opeoluwa Oni. He'll be sharing with us intelligent investing. You know, a lot of people invest, but are you really investing intelligently, or you are just investing? Anyways, after this session, we're really going to find out. So I hope we are ready. Do you have your spouse with you? Do you have your neighbor, your friends? For some of us, our house is supposed to be like a viewing center. You call everybody, including your kids, because you think these kids are too young to learn. They are not too young to learn. Their counterparts in other parts of the world are doing great things. So please, it's important that you expose them very early to information such as this, because they are your generation and they would carry forward your legacy. So right about now, I'll be going to our welcome address. I want to welcome all of us on behalf of the board and management of LifePage. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of LifePage, I warmly welcome you to the Global Wealth Creation Summit 2026. To everyone joining us from Nigeria, and to our participants joining from the UK, from the US, and other parts of the world, we are truly honored to have you join us. Today is particularly significant for us at LifePage as we mark 14 years of making lives richer. This is a good place for you to clap, give us your digital clap, celebrate with us. And beyond the projects we deliver, one of the most powerful ways we fulfill this mission is through platforms like this. Platforms that equip people with the knowledge and clarity to make better financial decisions. We live in a time where earning is no longer enough. The real opportunity lies in understanding how to protect, grow, and sustain your wealth, regardless of economic conditions or geographic location. This is the essence of this summit. The Global Wealth Creation Summit has been designed to provide insights and tested frameworks that help you navigate today's financial realities with confidence. It doesn't matter where you are, this summit has been curated with you in mind. Tonight, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you are, you will hear from three remarkable voices: Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, Dr. Oladipupo Clement, and Mr. Opeoluwa Oni, individuals who have not only studied wealth, but have built it, structured it, and they have helped others to do the same. Our goal is simple: that you leave this session informed, equipped, and positioned to make smarter decisions about your financial future. As we begin, I encourage you to be fully present, no distractions, take notes, ask questions, and most importantly, remain open to new ways of thinking. Once again, welcome to Global Wealth Creation Summit 2026. It promises to be a truly impactful session. I welcome you all once again. This is a good place for you to give a round of applause to the board and management of LifePage. Thank you all so much for being here. I see that the numbers can go up. I know that we have a lot of people already, but I need the numbers to go up. Don't you think so? I think the numbers should go up. Share this on your status. Share this with your group, your community, every like-minded, everyone you care about, everyone that you look forward to succeeding. Please share the link, because right about now we'll be going into our very first session. We're hitting the ground running. In fact, should I say we're hitting the ground flying, you know. So our first speaker this evening is a visionary business leader and executive director at LifePage, one of Nigeria's foremost real estate development company. With a strategic footprint across the construction, education, and allied sectors, he also serves as the director in multiple companies, driving growth and innovation. He is passionate about leadership, faith, and impact. He has dedicated over a decade to mentoring and empowering young people through a vibrant youth empowerment movement, grooming them for influence, excellence, and generational relevance. As a trusted advisor, he helps individuals and organizations unlock wealth and sustainability through strategic real estate investments, turning opportunities into lasting legacies. He holds an MBA in view from the Business School in the Netherlands, and he is happily married with children. He understands that making money is one thing, but making money work for you is entirely another game. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Opeoluwa Oni as he takes us into intelligent investing. A round of applause for Mr. Opeoluwa Oni. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Such a privilege to be the one taking the first session of this very awesome summit, and it's going to be an amazing night. I want to welcome everyone once again from all over the world. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It's going to be an amazing night. And I'm taking this session, Intelligent Investing, and I'm going to be starting with the story of my friend. Shared the story even in this book, very, very interesting one. I'm going to talk about the book shortly also. And this, my friend, many, many years ago, he joined an organization. And because his story is very transformative when it comes to investment. He joined an organization as a secondary school level holder. That means, he joined from the very, 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 very bottom. And in that organization, he had the opportunity to earn bonuses. That's extra source of income for him, apart from his monthly salary. And in that organization, every year they pay this bonus, and he had the opportunity to receive this bonus. The first time he was receiving this bonus, he, instead of lavishing it on different things, cars and all of those things. What he decided to do was to invest that money. And he did that intelligently. He bought a piece of property somewhere. That was the investment he made. And that investment ticked all the boxes of an intelligent investor, which I'm going to be talking about also tonight, okay? So I want to specially welcome everyone once again, okay? And you see the reason why that opportunity and that decision he took, right, literally changed his destiny forever. Investment is not just about putting your money to work. It is about positioning your money to work and for it to also grow, okay? It also helps you to preserve your money and the value of your money. Very, very, very important. That opening line for me is something that you need to write. And I need to repeat it again. Investment is not where you put your money. It is how you position your money to work for you to grow. And also how it preserves its value over time. Okay. So now, let's look at something. If we talk about intelligent investing, let's look at an unintelligent investment and how you take those decisions, okay? If you look at something, I mean, I don't want to use the word foolish, but let's just permit me to use the word unintelligent, okay? Unintelligent investment. I just put some few things together to help you to identify, and it will categorize my audience, the audience tonight, to whether you are very intelligent or unintelligent, right? It will help you a great deal. In 14 years in LifePage, and there are so many things I've seen. I ask questions from people all the time. Anytime somebody sits before me and they say that they want to invest, these are some of the questions I usually ask them. I ask them, why do you want to invest? And the funniest thing is this. My number one unintelligent investing is usually the answer I usually get. Investing because everyone else is doing it. There was a particular guy that was in front of me, and his friend brought him, and I asked him, okay, why do you want to buy this land? And the reason for me asking that question is because I can make proper recommendation, right? It's not just to collect money from them, right? And he said, no, it's because my friend bought, that's why I'm buying. And that's the reason why so many people are investing. There is no purpose. Lack of purpose, lack of clarity, why you want to put the money where you want to put it is a very, very unintelligent way to invest. And because of my time tonight, number two is chasing quick return. When all you are just looking at is that, how will my money come out quickly? 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 Okay? If you are just chasing quick return, remember, the purpose of investment and investing is actually to build wealth. And lasting wealth is not built overnight. Lasting wealth is not built overnight. It takes time, right? Unintelligent investing, chasing quick return. Number three is not understanding the risk. Most of the time, people are looking for guarantees. I talk to people, most of the time, I'm talking to somebody that wants to do a business, that want to invest, that want to buy stuff and all of those things. They are just looking for guarantees. And I tell them, I say, see, it is very easy for me to stand before you and tell you that this is guaranteed, this is a guarantee, this is guaranteed. And later on in the year, stories begin to come in. But that is not the best way for anybody that is investing or going to the game of investing or going into the culture of investing, and you are just looking for zero risk, because there's really nothing like zero risk investing. Even waking up every day, there's a measure of risk attached to it, okay? Not understanding the risk. Try as much as possible to understand the risk. And that's where the place of knowledge comes in, right? The place of knowledge helps you to become an intelligent investor. And we're going to go into that also shortly. And number four is trusting the hype more than the structure, especially in this part of the world. For those that are from Nigeria or you have an African background, it's actually maybe an African thing. I really don't understand, because there is always the hype. Everybody, sometimes we call it the bandwagon effect. Everybody is doing it. I have to just do it. I have to just do it. I have to just do it. Joining the bandwagon effect is and you see, the other way around it is very simple. What is the structure behind it? Always ask that question. What is the structure behind that investment that I want to go into? And the next one I'll just look at is that buying an asset without documentation, without the paperwork, okay? Because most of the time, when you are investing, what you hold on to are the agreements, are the things, the documents you are signing and all of those things. And with zero document, it doesn't really make sense at all, okay? And lastly, before I go into some of the key things that we're going to be looking at tonight, is without an exit plan. Investing without an exit plan. In fact, there's a way OC usually put it, that any form of investment that does not structure, or any form of anything that you are doing that does not have an exit plan, it's actually a prison in disguise, okay? Be careful, and so that you are not you don't think you are investing and you are actually entering a prison in disguise. If this is making sense to you at all, I just want you to go into the comment section and just type, I have to be intelligent. I have to be intelligent. Just go to the comment section and just type that. I have to be intelligent. I have to be intelligent. So that we can, I want to be sure that you are feeling me. You are feeling me. Yes, it's very, very important. Okay. So now I just want to quickly touch on 5 foundations for intelligent investing, because this is basic, right? And that's why I'm the one laying the foundation before we start putting all the lintels, all the block works and all of those things. Okay. Just follow me. Number 1 is this. Clarity. Number 1 is what? Clarity. There must be clarity. Know your why. Why am I investing? Why am I putting my fund into this? Your why is very, very important. Your why is very... So before the money moves, every intelligent investor must be able to answer the question, why am I investing? Is it for the purpose of cash flow? Is it for the purpose of capital appreciation? Is it for the purpose of retirement? Is it for legacy? Why am I investing? Investing, the why is very, very important, okay? Because when you understand why, you'll be able to know that, okay, am I matching this fund that I'm putting into this investment? Am I matching it with the right investment opportunity that are before me? Number 2 is knowledge, like I mentioned earlier. Knowledge is key. In fact, I always advise people, I want to start investing. I say, number 1 thing is that you need to invest in knowledge. Okay, you want to start investing massively into real estate, acquire knowledge. Acquire knowledge. That's why we put this together. Okay, myself and Dr. Oladipupo Clement put this together, and our grant mentor, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, was the one that forwarded this. Okay, this book talks about, the title is actually Beyond Land and Houses. Okay, unlocking the real wealth of real estate. So if you are going into real estate, for instance, now, and you don't even know where to start from, this is where to start from. Very, very, very important. Pick this book up. Pick this book up and digest it. It will give you the fundamentals and all the things that you need to know about real estate investment. We literally poured out 14 years of experience into this book. Okay, I'm going to give us all, details on how we can get the book shortly. Okay, so knowledge is very, very important. This is arguably the most violated rule when it comes to investing. People enter into an investment and they want to start learning about the investment. It doesn't work that way. No wonder Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the richest black man alive currently, says something. He said, it does not enter into any form of investment, any form of business that someone within their top executive does not know the hand-to-hand of how money is made in that business. That's the richest black man. That says all. So number 3 is your due diligence. Due diligence is very, very important. Okay, ask all the questions. Due diligence is not about luxury. It's not because how much am I even investing? Let me do my due diligence. Due diligence is basic. Okay, when you want to invest, due diligence means that you need to ask the right questions. Due diligence means that you are doing the foundation before you start laying the brick. Okay, due diligence is key. So what are the things you want to, let me quickly touch on. What are the things you just need to just touch on when it comes to due diligence? When it comes to due diligence, what's the track record of the people that are involved? Okay, what was my exit plan? These are some of the critical questions that you need to ask when it comes to due diligence. Now, number 4 is time. Time frame is very, very important. You see, when it comes to investment, there are different categories of investment. There's short-term investment, there's medium-term investment, and there is long-term investment. Every fund that you have that is ready to be invested, ask a question. What is the time frame that this fund can leave me before it comes back to me? Is it a short-term fund? Is it a long-term fund? or is it a medium-term fund, so that there will not be mismatch. Okay, I mean, there are so many people over the last 14 years. I've seen a whole lot of things. People use their children's school fees to come and buy land just because they had that somebody bought land for 50,000 naira and they sold it for 50 million naira, and they are waiting 3 months the time they want to come and sell it. I said, it doesn't work that way. Real estate is a long-term investment. You cannot be thinking 2 years, 3 years, and you say you want to play big in real estate. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, number 5 is diversification. Diversification is very, very, very key. I remember many years ago, during COVID, Dr. Olumide, Emmanuel, our mentor, is also on the call and is going to be sharing shortly with us. Shared with us how the power of diversification, and he shared it in a very, very unique way. He said, see, when it comes to diversification, it's not just beyond sector, even beyond region. So because there are people here right now, probably you are in the UK, and all your investment is in the UK. Probably you are in the northern part of Nigeria. Probably you are in the eastern part of Nigeria. And all your investment is located in just your region. Spread your tentacle. Okay? I won't say more than time. As I round up, I want to quickly touch on the checklist of that every investor, every intelligent investor must have. And before I go into that, I want to share a personal story. And I've shared this story several times. In fact, it's in the chapter 3 of this book. You see, when you are taking a decision to invest, it's actually a decision about a future that is going to happen, but you don't know how that future is going to play out, right? You don't know how that future is going to play out. So many years ago, I was very young. My father passed on, and he built a house. And there was a decision that was being made in a particular room on whether or not I was going to continue my education. In fact, the option on the table was for me to go and learn how to repair fridge, AC, and all of those things. And because he built a house, a voice spoke in that room. And that voice was that, no, my son, this boy collect rents from the tenants. Let them pay rent in advance, right? So that this boy can go to school. I'm very sure, probably 20 or 30 years or 40 years or 50 years before that time, he never knew that he was actually building a house that was going to salvage the destiny of his son. So any decision you are taking today is a decision on legacy. It's a decision about your future. It's a decision whether, my father never planned that he was going to die at the age of 56, by the way, right? He never knew. He thought he was going to be alive, he was going to send us to school, he was going to take care of all of us. But life happens. So when life happens, it is the decision that you have taken when you were alive that will help and shape the future of the people that you left behind. So quick checklist, because of time. I just have, I don't think I have up to 5 minutes. So number 1 is that before you invest, ask this question. They are all in the form of question. What problem does this investment solve for me? Number 1. What problem does this particular investment, because as we are holding, okay, we don't hold cash again. As you're about to do that transfer, ask that question. As I'm about to send this money on an error, what problem is this money going to solve for me in the future? Number 2, who is behind this investment? Who are the people? Who are the people that are going to take this decision on behalf of me? Because basically that's what we do when we send our money on an error. We are trusting that some intelligent people are behind the scene that are going to take decision on my behalf. So what are their track record? Okay, very, very important. Okay, so what are the risks involved? Okay, and is the risk realistic? Very, very important, because you need to weigh based on the stage you are in life and your risk appetite. You need to weigh. So is this risk realistic? Then what is the timeline? What are the timelines that are involved? Okay, because of time, rushing. Okay, what documents are also involved? And when it comes to documents, what document am I holding on to that proves that I'm the owner of the money that was invested? Because at every point in time when you are parted with your fund, there must be a document that you are holding on to that explains what the investment is all about. Then what is my exit strategy? What is my exit strategy? And lastly, can I afford to wait? Because when it comes to investment, basically what you are trading with is time. So as I round up, listen to this. If you cannot answer any of these questions, you are not investing. You are just playing the hope game. You are hoping. And like it has been said, hope is not a strategy. I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to convince you that you need to be an intelligent investor. Okay, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mr. Opeoluwa Oni. You can do better, you can do better. Make it louder. If you can scream digitally, please scream digitally. My notes, I had to, quickly rush up here because I have a lot of notes. I wrote a lot of things. Mr. Okwe, you need to see the round of applause and so much love that everyone is showing you here. People are screaming, people are clapping. I think I'll let us all soak it in. If you have gotten this much value in just the first session, then you know that you need to tell your sister, your brother, your friends, everyone that you really care about. They need to be here. They have missed session 1. Please don't let them miss session 2. Don't let them miss session 3. Don't let them hear about it. Please, I want to give you 1 minute. Begin to post the link. If this is already full, they can join on Enrich TV by LifePage on YouTube. But I know that Zoom can take 1,000. And currently, we are 673. So please, I need us to tell everyone to join in. We have started already. And it has been power-packed. 5 foundation for intelligence investing. Who wants to tell us what number 1 is? Or any of the numbers? The 5 foundation for intelligence investing. Everyone who wants to know how you can get the book, we will drop the contact in the chat room. A contact will be dropped now. Please ensure that the numbers that you're reaching out to are from the official LifePage contacts. We also need to be careful. It's part of our due diligence. Don't just pick up any number in the chat room. We have our officials, our administrators that are authorized. They would be dropping the contact wherever you are in the world. We're able to send it to you, whether you're in the US, whether you're in Korea, even if you're in Iran, you would get your copy. So please just hold on and be on the lookout. Look out for the comments in YouTube. Look out for the comments here. And get your copy of Beyond Land and Houses. It's more than just buying land and houses. There are other intricacies and fundamentals. And I know that now we are all intelligent investors. So now you know, why am I investing? Why am I buying this property? What is the time frame? What is my exit strategy? Do I have an exit plan? Thank you so much. I can see us. I can see our comments. Fantastic. This is really, really great. He also shared with us the checklist of intelligent investor. I think for the purpose or the sake of those who are just joining, I'm going to read it. So 5 foundation for intelligent investing. Number 1 is clarity. Why are you investing? Is it for retirement? Is it for cash flow? Is it for capital appreciation? Number 2, knowledge is key. Knowledge is key. Number 3, due diligence. You need to carry out your due diligence. Investigate before you invest. Don't just invest because you can afford it. Don't just invest because you have the money. Next is the time frame. What is the duration involved? And number 5 is diversification. Do not put everything just in one sector. Don't just buy houses. There are some times where you need to buy land. There are some times where you need to do land banking, agriculture, several opportunities that we'll be aware of today. And then he also shared with us the checklist for an intelligent investor. I don't want to repeat what Mr. Ope has said. Make sure you catch the replay. Follow us on socials. Enrich TV by LifePage is recorded there. You'll be able to follow us. How many of us are having a great time already? How many of us are having a great time already? I want to see our reactions. Fantastic, fantastic. So right about now, we're going to be watching a video. We're going to be, for some of us, we're saying, how do I get
the Realtors Mentorship Program with LifePage.
My name is Adireme Adiaga. The 6 weeks has been impactful, more knowledge on how to strategize as a salesperson, things to watch out for, how to get leads, how to be able to manage my leads, and also how not to just be about I want to sell.
If there's anything that I will never forget that I learned from this program is that if you want to go far in life, you should go with people. If you want to go fast, you should go alone.
I learned about documentation, very, very, very important.
We can't focus on just what we're selling, the products, but the people are more important. So that is why it is good to build a very good relationship with people. That way to be easier to make sales.
A few weeks ago, I went for a presentation and, a question was thrown at me and I just cast my mind back to one of the classes that we had at the RMP and it helped me to answer the question that was posed at me and it was a successful presentation.
Come and join the next group, the next session.
Okay, so for those that are asking this question, how do I start? I'm not even making money. I mean, I beg this country. I'm buying fuel at 1,300 naira for goodness sake. So there's an opportunity. We just watched a video now. There's an opportunity for you to start your journey right now. There are people that have joined our team and they are making a whole lot of money. Whether you're in Lagos, you're in Nigeria, anywhere you are, all over the world. We have what we call the Realtor Mentoring Program. Okay, this is an opportunity that can literally transform your life. I can mention more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people that have gone through this program and it has transformed their life. I mean, when I mean their life, literally, these are people that were literally from ground zero. And even if you are not on ground zero, right, and you need something that can help you to make more money, right, on the side, or you want to give it a focused attention, join the RMP. Dr. Oladipupo Clement is the one that is going to be mentoring you directly. What a privilege that is. All you just need to do right now is to send RMP to 0906,05737. Okay, send RMP. I'm very sure there is a flyer that is coming up right now because with respect to that. So, or send RMP, that's RMP to 0906,05737 and start your journey right now. Okay, I was watching a video not too long ago and somebody said that we do not have the problem. The problem we have in Nigeria is competency. Brush up your skill, right, with this, right? Is a power-packed program that has been put together and the testimony has been amazing. You are not just going to gain knowledge, you are going to make money. That is one thing I can testify. There are people that are making millions on a regular basis. Why not join those people? All you just need to do, take a decision right now by sending RMP and all the details, right? All the details, because you're just going to be paying a token, something that is, I mean, I don't think that's when it comes to Nigeria right now, that's a big deal for anybody that is on Discord, that is ready to take a decision that is going to change their life, okay? All you just need to do right now is to send RM and P to 090, so that you can get the number very well, 6,05737. Take that decision. I'm very sure. Please, WhatsApp or SMS works, depending on where you are all over the world. WhatsApp or SMS work. Send that message right now. I'm very sure you are going to hear from any of our team members, and they are going to give you all the details on how to get started, whether you are rich. You know, there's something we say in LifePage, as I just, don't worry, OC is coming, doctor is coming. There's something we say in LifePage. We say we make lives richer. So no matter the state you are right now, this is your journey, okay, to making lives richer. It's about to get started. So many people, their lives have become better, richer, and wealthier, and you're about to get started. Thank you very much. I'll bring up our anchor again, so she will continue as we welcome the next speaker shortly.
A round of applause for Mr. Opeoluwa Oni. He has presented us with one of the opportunities that will be coming our way this evening. For those of you who are saying, I'm interested in starting my career in real estate, I do not know how to start, the lowest or the entry level is being a realtor. And to learn about it, you can enroll for the RMP, just as Mr. Okwe has said, and he also shared the contact with us. So you can reach out via SMS, you can also reach out by WhatsApp, and you would be responded to. So if you're interested in starting your real estate journey, then RMP is the place to be, right? And like he said, it's just going for a token, a very small token. And the reason is because when you pay attention. It shows that you have skin in the game. Last time it was 20,000 naira. I'm not sure how much RMP is this year. We'll confirm that amount and we will share that with us. Okay, still 20,000 naira. Please, a round of applause. The price hasn't changed, and you know the prices of chains have changed drastically from last year. Last year was 20,000 naira. This year it is still 20,000 naira, and it's nothing compared to the curriculum. A very rich curriculum and an amazing faculty giving you their time, giving you their energy, right? So ensure that you join. If we have anyone on this call who has joined the RMP, could you just tell us in one line what your experience is? What your experience was like? Did you learn? Have you grown? Have you made more money? How is it going for you? Let us know, because your testimonials are really testimonials that will bring people. So the number to send is, send RMP to 090-6000-5737. You can send text, you can send WhatsApp, and you would be attended to. So we can see people saying phenomenal. I see Edwama David say phenomenal. Kinsley says awesome. These are alumni of the RMP program. So you're looking forward to join. It's one of the things you can do for yourself in Q2 of this year. Q1 has gone. Ensure that you enroll for the forthcoming RMP cohort. Fantastic. Olariwaju Yunusa says, I learned to be a realtor, developer, and investor. I almost learned to be a regulator. Such an interesting comment. And of course, you can be a regulator when you join Redan and all of the other regulatory bodies in this industry. Now, I've been seeing the comments a lot. Checklist of intelligent investor. Let me be nice to us and let me share, because I was taking notes. Number one, what problem does this particular investment solve for me? Number one, what problem does this particular investment solve for me? Number two, who is behind this investment? Number two, who is behind this investment? Number three, what are the risks involved? Number three, what are the risks involved? Number four, is the risk realistic? Number four, is the risk realistic? Number five, what is the timeline? Number five, what is the timeline? Number six, what document is involved? This speaks to documentation. What document is involved? Number seven, what is my exit strategy? Number seven, what is my exit strategy? And number eight, can I afford to wait? Can I afford to wait? So if you cannot answer all of these questions, then it simply means that you are not ready, right? So how many of us are ready for the next segment? How many of us are ready for the second session? I can't see your energy. Are you sure you are ready? Are you sure you're ready? No, I need to see your emoji. If you know you're ready, I want you to give me the fire emoji, or give me your favorite emoji, or give me a dance like Bukumi is giving me a dance already. Olusheyi says, I'm ready. Fantastic. Victor, Stanley, Emeka, Light, Samuel, Jare. Fantastic. I want to see more people. We have close to 700 people here already. So I need to know that at least 500 people are ready, and then we can start. Tell your friends we're going to the second session, and this session will be taken by OC Dr. Oladipupo Clement, Wealth by Design. Wealth by Design. Share with your friends, share with your family, call everyone around, call your neighbor. I don't know if there's a football match today, but you can watch the highlights, please. Be here. This is very important. This is very important. They are making their money. You need to make your own money too. Fantastic, fantastic. I see that we are ready, and I do not want to waste our time. I really respect our time. Thank you so much for being here. Our next speaker is a trusted expert in real estate, wealth creation, business growth, and strategy with over 2 decades of experience. Yes, 2 decades, 20 years. He's renowned for his insights. He is a sought-after conference speaker and the accomplished author of several books, including his bestseller, Financial Freedom Master Guide, Finding What Works for You, Rewrite Your Financial Story, and Just Before You Start That Business. And we can see the recent book, Beyond Land and Houses. He champions the crusade for the economic emancipation of the average African through platforms as the Wealth Creation Summit and Mega Housing Summit. He currently serves as the CEO of LifePage in Nigeria and in the United States of America. He's also co-founded companies in agriculture, construction, and software development. He holds an MBA from the prestigious Business School, Netherlands. Beyond investing, he focuses on the intentional design of wealth, how to build it with clarity, structure, and long-term vision. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Oladipupo Clement as he speaks to us on wealth by design. Can I see your emoji? I want to know that you are ready, because OC is ready for us, and OC is here already. I can see you all. OC is here. A round of applause for OC. We are so expectant, and we're ready to learn. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Stella. Appreciate. If you can hear me loud and clear, please type 5, just to be sure. In fact, type 14. Type 14. It's our anniversary in LifePage. Admin, I would appreciate if you can make me a co-host so I am able to see myself. Okay. So good to have you all. Awesome. Awesome. I can see the energy, I can feel the energy in the room by many of our responses. What a powerful first session we just had from Mr. Okwe. Because he had not enough time, it was literally, glossing. He didn't even go into the, the nitty-gritty of some of those stories. And because I'm privileged to also know some of those stories, I can tell you there's so much that was packed in that short session that we just had. You want to pay attention and watch it again. To all of our customers, existing customers, to all our members of staff and partners, to the entire board and management of the company, I want to especially congratulate us on the occasion of our 14th anniversary. It's such a joy that this particular event is coinciding with our 14th anniversary. And we're truly grateful to God also for his mercies for preserving this enterprise in spite of, against all odds. So good to have you, everyone here. Like Stella already mentioned, if you know someone you genuinely care about, send them an invite, share the link, let them join. There's something here for everyone, and they will never know what they would miss if they do not join. Because of our time, let me get right into my subjects. As you already know, my name is Oladipupo Clement, and I'm extremely passionate about seeing people create wealth. It's my life calling. It's not something I'm only ready to die for. It's something I am clearly going to be living for. It's what I'm going to do the rest of my life. I don't know who is doing this. Admin, I don't know who is writing on the board on the screen. Can we remove that person? I don't know. Yeah, so let me share a very important story. As I prepared for this program, the story that really came to mind was the story of a very dear friend of mine who was working in Voice of Nigeria. At the time, I was working an investment banking firm, and so he invited me to a training the federal government of Nigeria was putting together for new retirees. He also happened to be applying, or he also happened to have applied for early retirement at the time. So even though he was much younger than majority of the people who were attending that particular retirement training, he was also part of them. Again, he invited me, and I witnessed something that literally changed my life forever. And that's why I'm sharing this particular story. The event took place at CMD Shangisha in Magodo, Lagos, Nigeria. If himself is on the call today, I'm sure he would remember. But he probably wasn't aware of the impact that particular experience did to me. And that's why I'm particularly sharing it. In that program, first thing I observed, I learned a lot by observation. I learned a lot by association, and I learned a lot by reading, watching. I do by all that. So at that program, I observed that as rich as that training was, it would have been a lot better if the majority of the people in that room was receiving that training when they resumed work their first day. Number two was that I noticed that clearly not all the staff of the federal government at the time came for that event. And many thoughts were going through my mind. Some of the thoughts that raced through my mind at the time was that some may not have been there because they are either bedridden or dead, or some of them did not see any need to be there at all. Maybe because they were already settled, they're already doing financially well for themselves, and there was no need to come for a retirement training when they already retired. But there were also people who came, who made it to that program. Some who were aided, as in where they needed support from a younger fellow, into that room. Some were able to come on their own. And I was listening to everything that was being shared. As valuable as the content was, some of the people I saw in that room, and clearly several others who couldn't make it, there was no way they would have been able to put that to use. Again, time was already against them on many levels, apart from my dear friend who was way much younger than majority of the people in that room. And this particular story also reminds me of a very popular research report, that showed that 100 college students were monitored over 40 years. They were all aged 20, right? They were monitored over a 40-year period. And by the 40th year, right, when all of these college graduating students would have turned 60, they went back to track what their lives was like, financially speaking. Only 1%, only 1 out of 100 of them was financially free and wealthy. The 4 of those 100 people, were fairly comfortable and doing not bad at all. And then another 5% were still working at age 60. 36 of these people were dead already. And 54% of those 100 people were largely dependent on social welfare, on family members, and all of that. They were penniless, they were broke. Now, every time I think about the story I just shared with you, and I think about this research report, these experiences was not thrusted on any of these people. And some of us here are much younger. You still have 20, 30, 40 years ahead of you. And some of us, the clock is ticking so fast. You are wondering how quickly you have turned into 50, how quickly you have become 60. And you still have a couple of years more for some of us. You see, time is the major asset that we all work with. And you want to use it to your advantage. The earlier you start, the better. And like my mentor would typically say, the day you wake up, that's when your morning starts. And so for those of us who are on this call, you want to decide, are you going to be among the 1%, 4%, 5%, or you're going to be among the, 54% who will still be depending on people, depending on their family members, depending on social welfare. And in Nigeria, we don't have social welfare in that sense of the word. majority, and that's why black tax is heavy in Africa. It's one of the major things that hold people back. But that's not my focus. I'm just sharing this to ask you an important questions. Which of these people would you like to be in the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now? Which one would describe you? If we were to monitor everybody on this call in the next 40 years, like those college students were monitored over a 40-year period, which one would describe you? Now, it is not your answer to what I'm saying. It is the action you take after the sessions that you are participating in today. Now, that takes me to one very important thing I typically share during my program. I have a program I call the Earn to Own Challenge, and I'm going to share something that would help you define exactly where you really are and how to begin your journey to financial freedom. This is really what we call wealth by design. So let me share my screen. To save me some time, I have done the work. I'll just run you through it one after the other. So please pay attention to some of the things that I'm going to be sharing. And confirm to me if you can see my screen. Confirm to me that you can see my screen. Now, we call this wealth pyramid or the journey to financial freedom. Now, there are 5 categories or 5 levels in your journey to financial freedom. And everybody on this call and anybody they know fall into any of these 5 levels. And it's important that before you begin your journey, or if you have already started your journey, you want to identify exactly where you are right now, and then be able to begin to plot your graph to the wealthy place or to financial freedom. The first level from bottom up is what we call financial crisis. Financial crisis is that point in a person's life where the person is not making money at all. They are broke, penniless, and literally depend on others, right? And like I often say, if you are not making money, there are 3 possibilities. Number 1, you start begging for money. When you run out of people to beg from, you start borrowing money. And when you run out of people to borrow from, you start cutting corners. You start defrauding people, scamming people. And while none of these 3 options are honorable, the third one will certainly land you in jail. And that is where you don't want to be. And a vast majority of people you know, who may even be on this call, and some of the people you know fall into this category. But there's a small fraction of people who may also be in financial crisis. This category of people have successfully built a measure of financial, a portfolio of fixed assets, so to speak, but their assets or their investment is either low on cash flow or has no cash flow at all. That could also pose a major financial crisis, because it's possible for you to be $1 million worth in assets, but if you don't have cash flow, right, $5,000 can be a crisis, can put you in problem, right? So that's exactly what financial crisis looks like. So does that describe you? Make a mental note and document it there. The second level, what I intend to do with this analogy is to show you exactly what you should be doing if you find yourself in any of these levels, right? Number 2, the second level is financial instability. Financial instability is that point in a person's life where his or her take home is not taking them home. And you would agree with me that majority of people also fall into this, especially as the cost of living continues to rise. Income is not necessarily rising at the same pace. Okay, so I will come back to that. I just want to take it one layer after the other. Number 3, or level 3, is financial stability. Financial stability is that point in a person's life where you maintain a degree of financial equilibrium, okay, and you are fairly comfortable. People even regard you as rich, right? The only challenge, though, for people in this category is that your current lifestyle, even though your children go to good schools, you live in a nice neighborhood, you drive a good car, you go on periodic vacation annually alone and with your family, right? Your current lifestyle depends on you continuing to work. So as long as you maintain that job, you can maintain that lifestyle. But should you lose that job under any circumstance, either through retrenchment, through retirement, or through resignation, you could be back into financial instability or financial crisis. And it's the most dangerous place you can ever be. Why? Because it is better to be poor, hoping to be rich, than to be rich and be broke again. Or it's better to be poor, hoping to be rich, than to look rich and be broke permanently. it's a very terrible place. And most times when people fall from grace that way, they find it really hard to bounce back ever again. And I'm sure you know people who fall into that category, and that may even be your current experience. What I'm going to share with you right now is going to help you navigate your journey. The fourth level is financial independence. Financial independence is that point in a person's life where the proceeds from his or her assets, right, and investment can meet a personal and family needs without having to work another day. So at that point in your life, if you decide to work, you are only working for fun and you're not working necessarily for necessity. This is very important. The fourth level, or the fifth level, which is the peak, and which should be the dream of everyone listening to me right now, is financial freedom. Financial freedom is that point in a person's life where the proceeds from your asset and investment is not only capable of meeting your personal and family needs alone, but it's also able to extend goodness and kindness to other people. So there are children who are on scholarship on account of you. There are widows who are on support, financial support on account of you. But they are not relying, or you are not funding it from your principal. You are funding it from the proceeds of your investment. So you are not just the only one benefiting from your hard work. There are others who are also benefiting from your years of labor. And you can build a system around this. Now, the question is, not many people are at level 5 or level 4. And if you are on level 4, on level 5, I congratulate you. But if you are anywhere from financial stability level 3 downward, you need exactly what I'm sharing with you. And again, even if you are in level 4 or 5, I'm going to give you 1 or 2 recommendations. And I'm hoping this will count for something. So let's take them one after the other. So if you're in financial crisis, something is clearly obvious. Obvious to me, because I have diagnosed this issue personally, and I've diagnosed this even around some of my mentees and the people that follow me. The first thing you want to do if financial crisis, what describes your situation, you need aggressive mental shift and evolution. Listen to me carefully. The version of you that you are today can't possess the future that you dream of. You need to be a better version, a superior version of yourself. You know, I was sharing with a few friends recently, and I was saying that, I've heard this statement again and again, people saying to me, I wish I knew you 20 years ago. I wish I knew you 10 years ago. And I say to them, or rather, I keep it to myself. I wish you knew me 20 years ago. I'm not the version. I wasn't the version of me you know now wasn't the version of me then. You would never have even recognized me. All right. So you need to invest in yourself. And Mr. Okpe mentioned that earlier on. The number one investment is not investment in real estate. It's not investment in business. It's not investment in shares. The number one investment you must make is investment in yourself. Because for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. Aggressive mental shift. Listen to me carefully. Your mindset is your biggest asset. I am telling you the truth. All right? You are where you are because of who you are. To achieve what you have never achieved before, you have to become who you have never been before. A lot of times people don't realize these things. Okay? And this is the foundation and the back end of wealth. Unfortunately, a lot of us, we ignore this part because it is not what everybody would see, right? So 80% of life success or failure is dependent on what this key issue is, your mindset. It's so very important. Listen to me carefully. Your belief system, your thought patterns, this is the software that runs your life. It is what runs the decision. Listen, you can hear the same thing I'm sharing right now, but if your software is faulty, every decision you will take will be faulty. That's why it appears that certain principles, certain learnings are not working for some people, but it's working for some people because some of us need to uninstall, the software that we have running inside of us. You are self-sabotaging yourself, self-sabotaging thought patterns, self-sabotaging belief systems. I define belief system as the stories you have told yourself or other people have told you, which you now believe. That is belief system. And it's so important. At least begin from self-awareness. Begin from catching yourself thinking a particular way. Okay? How do you think? This is so important. You are where you are financially right now because of your thought pattern. I can tell you that one for free. And I can spend the rest of this meeting just sharing with you about how to, transform your life just by rejigging and elevating your thought pattern and the way you think. Okay? So if I could get you to change your and embrace new thought patterns, embrace new belief systems, new habits, then I'm telling you the truth, my assignment is complete or completed. Okay, aggressive mental shift is required. The second thing you want to do if you are in financial crisis is aggressive skill development. Aggressive skill development. Listen, what you learn affects what you earn. If you are not earning enough, check what you are learning. Are you following me? This is so important. There's a correlation between what you learn and what you earn. If you remove L from learn, what you have left is earn. So when you see people who are not earning at all, they have not learned anything, or they are not converting what they have learned into earnings. Okay? And the reason this is also important is because you can't manage and multiply the money or income that you have not yet made. Most people have multiple streams of expenses. So even people who are not making money have expenses. They have running costs. So most people have multiple streams of expenses, and only a few of us have multiple streams of income. To reverse that tide, reverse that order, you need to invest in your learning capability, your earning capabilities. You need to invest in skill. You notice that I never talked about certificates, as important as those certificates are. What matters at the end of the day is that you are able to deliver results. Okay, because now the market is not looking for that. What the market is really looking for is people who really, can solve critical problems, right? For for businesses, for organizations, for individuals. This is so important. Now, many of us also have our expenses on autopilot, but our income is not on autopilot. This is the reality of majority of Africans in diaspora and even in Nigeria, right? If you have your power bill, your phone bill, everything's on autopilot. Expenses, money leaving you. Now listen to me carefully. If the rate at which money leaves you is faster and more than the rate at which money flows to you, there's no way you can be financially free. I'll repeat that again. If the rate at which money leaves you is faster and more than the rate at which money flows to you, you can never be financially free. And guess what? If you pay others more than you are paid, you can never be free financially. I know this because I've been doing this now. For anyone who has known me for upward of 20 years will testify that this is one thing that's been most consistent about my life. Okay, so this issue of skill development is how you make a lot of money, and you need to make a lot of money, but you can't make a lot of money if you're not solving critical problems. Money is the reward we get for adding value, for solving problems for people. So the more problems you solve for people, the more money gravitates in your direction. So you don't have a money problem, you have a skill problem. Let's fix that, and then your money problem will reduce. Okay, this is so important. Right? And this is the reason why a lot of people feel really, really anxious and fearful when they lack physical cash. Can I tell you something? Nothing can be more empowering. Nothing can be more liberating than when you know exactly what to do when you need money. Nothing can be more empowering. And that's what skill does for you. That's what what does for you. Once you can match skill with the problem, money will be the outcome. When you make money, save money for people, multiply money for people, and all of that, you are adding value to their lives. There's no way money won't flow to you as well. And the more of people's problems you are solving, the more money they pay you for that skill, right? So that's very, very important. So if you are in financial crisis, you want financial crisis or financial instability, take this recommendation. work on your thinking. And one of the things I can tell you this that will help you rejig your thought pattern, your belief system, is change your association, right? Change your association. You did not determine who your family, your father is, your mother is, but you have power to choose your friends. Choose them intelligently, all right? Choose them intelligently. Some of us need to audit our relationships. There are relationships that are not serving our future. They are good for our past, but they are not good for our future. And this is so important. So important. You don't want to be moving with friends who say, "Na book we go shop." Those are not the people for your future. Book is what makes the man. Okay? This is so important. Number 3 is skill development. So whether you are in financial instability or financial crisis, you need these 2 things. It will help you reorganize yourself and put you on track. And so the 3rd level, which is financial stability, what do you need at that point? For somebody in financial stability, you're already making some good money, right? You're already fairly comfortable. The only challenge with you, like we said, is that you only look rich, but you are not rich. Because if you lose that job today, you are just 3 months, 1 month. Some people are even just a few hours to bankruptcy. So you want to work on aggressive asset accumulation. You want to manage your money and multiply your money. That's really what you need to do at that point, right? Listen, you will move from financial stability to financial independence once the proceeds from your asset can replace your current active income. So what do I mean by that? If right now you are working, you earn, and I'm using dollars because that's the universal currency right now. So let's assume that you earn 120,000 US dollars, right, annually. And that is not much of an amount of money for those who are still thinking that, that's a lot of money. Who will pay me that type of money? But that's not the way to think. That's a subject for another day. But if you earn $120,000 annually and you only earn that when you work, you are just financially stable. You are not rich. You are not financially independent. You become financially independent the exact moment when your assets and investment can produce $120,000 without you having to work another day. So what you want to do at this level of your life is you want to manage your money well, and you want to multiply that money. We make money by working, by solving problems for people, right? By adding value, by meeting specific needs in the market, right? And then we manage that money by budget, and then we multiply by investing. So you want to concentrate heavily on asset accumulation. If you are young and unmarried, you don't have too much obligations here and there, that is the period of your life where you want to engage in aggressive investing, okay? And the earlier you want to retire from having to work for necessity, the harder you need to be on yourself when it comes to asset accumulation. This is very important. Now, for those of you who are already at retirement or about to retire, I can only ask that God will have mercy and give you favor. But if you are younger yet, you don't want to end like people who just have few years, few months to their retirement. So at financial stability, you want to give significant attention to management of money, management of your income. Listen, you need a structure. Like I often say, any life, any business, any organization, any ministry, right, that lacks structure has no future, and it is bound to rupture. Now, it is the way you lay your bed that you lie on it. And if you won't be broke tomorrow, it is today you will know. So by the design, by the structure you have laid, by your current budget, by the way, if you look at your past 6 months, at how money has left you, you can almost predict your next future. You can predict your future, except you alter it. Okay, years ago, this should be well over 23 years ago now. I used to be a part of the choir, and our music director at the time asked a very random question, and he said, "Is it possible to predict the future?" And I lifted up my hands, even though at the time in my life, poor people called me broke. Broke people called me broke. And like I humorously say, if broke people call you broke, who are you? You are a broker. And that was my situation at the time. But I had enough intelligence to recognize patterns, okay? And I lifted up my hands. Of course, everybody was looking at each other and saying, how is it possible when you are not God to predict the future? But I recognize that patterns are predictors of future, right? If I see the way, and this was my response, I said, if I see the way somebody is living now, I can predict what their future would look like. That was my answer. Even though I did not have any evidence of progress in my life at the time, I knew if I could change my daily habit, if I could change my daily patterns and change my daily behavior, I knew things would change, just a matter of time. And they have significantly changed. It's a great far departure. What I used to be, who I used to be, and who I am now is a far departure. And what is coming is unbelievable. All right? Unbelievable. And that's exactly how, each and every one of us on this call, must begin to think like. Okay? So if you don't want to be broke tomorrow, it is today you would know. So you want to set agenda for your money before it comes. Otherwise, other people will set agenda for your money. And I'm sure many of you can testify or attest to this fact. So this is what I refer to as your wealth design, the structure. A part of what you earn is yours to keep. A part of what you earn is yours to give. A part of what you earn is yours to eat. It's simplified, and I do not have the time to break it down because I'm sure my time is already fast spent. But understand this. The simple design is that a part of what you earn must be given. All right? Listen, every one of us will face adversity. You don't need to prepare for adversity to come. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. All of us will go through challenges. Life will happen to each and every one of us. But listen, how you fare, right, during moments of adversity depends heavily on your giving, on your generosity. Life does not treat all of us equally. You may say life is as favorite. That is the truth. Because those who give, you are actually positioning for life to support you in moments of adversity. I know this by experience, and I know this by the stories of others that I've also encountered in my life. This is so important. And a part of what you earn is also yours to keep. And by keeping, we mean you save, you invest, and you develop yourself. A portion of what you earn. That is the fundamental wealth design. If everything you make, you eat it, you become Jonathan. You know what they call Jonathan, right? You finish it, you are a spender. There is no way. If the way money comes is the way money goes, you can never be wealthy. Your problem and my problem will not be village people. You will be the village person who is really after your destiny. This is so important. So you need a structure. That's what you need as when it comes to financial, if you are in financial stability. So you are earning, $20,000, $30,000 a month, or you are earning 10, 15, 20 million naira a month, and you cannot boast of 10 million naira savings, and you don't have any investment anywhere. We need to smack you to reality. We need to wake you up to reality. Okay, this is very important. And the next important thing you want to do if you are in financial independence is asset optimization and retention. And now listen to me carefully. If you are financially independent, you already know what it means to be financially independent. You have also accumulated certain levels of assets. You have gone beyond just working for money. Now money is working for you through your assets and investments. What you want to then do is to optimize those assets so that they can perform even better and more. So what does optimization mean? It means for your money to make more money, or for your asset to produce more and better. All right. Now, I must say this. The reason broke people are broke is because they are their only income producing asset. And the reason the rich keeps getting richer is because they accumulate or acquire income producing assets. That's the difference between the rich and the poor. Okay? So income always follows assets. According to Daniel Priestley, income always follows assets. So the more assets you have, the more income follows you. And if you don't find a way to make money while you are asleep, my people, you will work till you die. That's why people get easily worn out and burnt out, because there's no Superman, no human being has the capacity to work 365 days, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Nobody has that capacity. But your investments, your assets, has that capacity to produce every now and again. So that gives you leverage over most people who only work for money. Are you getting the point? So you don't also have all the time, and that's why this is so important. All right. And so until income from your assets and investments can replace your income from exchanging your time and effort for money, you won't be free. So that's why you have to not joke with asset accumulation, and then you want to take it a step further by asset optimization, and then you want to make sure that you retain that assets. And then the final thing you do if you're financially free is you want to protect that assets. You want to engage in asset protection and income protection. At this level, what you are particular about is legacy, is safety, and ensuring that whatever it is you have built outlives you. It's at this point of your life you want to curate, a trust. So you want to set up a trust, right? Not just a will, right? And this class is so elementary, we may not be able to go into that. This is what I'm going to leave you with, right? You want to create ways to make your asset generate more than it is currently generating for you. And you must create a structure in place that will retain and protect your legacy. And when I say legacy, your name, your intellectual property, your investments, your assets, your businesses, you want to make sure that you create structures. And there are, professionals all over the world, whether you are in America, Nigeria, United Kingdom, that do this. They can help you put those documents together. This is so important. I really have so much more I would have loved to share. And this is one thing I would leave you with. I put this program, what I'm sharing with you right now, is the basis of everything I do in Earn to Own Challenge. And it's a 6 days. So what I'm sharing with you in a few minutes is something I do over a 6-day period. And I would recommend that you register for that program. The link will be dropped somewhere. This is not the main thing, but I just feel that you have an obligation. You are not under obligation to attend the program, but not everybody who is producing results can put a framework or have a framework for producing that result. That's what we've done with this program. If you attend the program and you feel it was a complete waste of your investment or money or your time, ask for refund your money sharp. So it is because it has been tested. It's something that I live by. It's something that I'm not just teaching people, I'm practicing it myself, and it is producing results. It can produce results for anybody. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a professional, and you really, really want to make a lot of money and create a lot of wealth and legacy, then that program will help you significantly. I rest my case. If we have any question, we'll be taking questions much later on. So please hang on, don't leave. There's so much more. And of course, my mentor is right in the house, and I'm personally looking forward to his session. Thank you very much, everyone. See you.
Nigeria consumes almost 2 million metric tons of palm oil every year. We produce significantly less than that, which means every year there's a supply gap, and gaps in essential commodities only get filled. Palm oil is in virtually everything we use: our food, soaps, cosmetics, and industrial inputs. And globally, demand is nearing 80 million metric tons annually, projected to cross 100 million by 2050. This is not a trend-driven demand.
And that's why some Nigeria's strongest agro-industrial players have built serious value around it.
The question now is, if Nigeria already has a supply deficit, if demand is locked in for decades, and palm oil is globally traded and locally consumed, why should you only participate as a consumer and not an owner? That is Palmville. Palmville is an agro-real estate wealth ecosystem that gives you permanent land ownership combined with structured and lifetime income from oil palm plantation.
So the real opportunity is not just to buy land and wait. It is to own the land, cultivate oil palm, position inside an existing supply deficit, and earn from a globally traded commodity. You see, oil palm yields more oil per acre than soya beans, sunflower, or rapeseed.
Palm trees take 4 to 5 years to begin fruiting. You start getting your yield from the harvest from the 6th year, and the entire palm plantation has a 35 to 40 year economic life. This is infrastructure level agriculture.
Palmville is available in 1 plot, 6 plots, and 15 plots, depending on your choice. Comment well to join the latest billionaire club with Palmville.
All right, so welcome back. That's Palmville. Palmville, like you already heard, is the agro real estate wealth ecosystem. Palmville is the reigning thing now. If you know anything about LifePage, you would know that we specialize in real estate. What we've done with this, and there are people who have acquired landed properties from us, bought different properties from us over the last 14 years. And even though their investment, their assets have tripled in value, 10x even, and even some 20x in value, right? Those properties have not necessarily given them cash flow. The beauty of Palmville is that the land belongs to you permanently. So it provides you permanent land ownership, but also give you steady cash flow for up to 40 years, right? And right now what we have, in the spirit of our 14th anniversary, we have a very special opportunity for everyone who this particular investment matches their objective. Now, there are 3 reasons people buy land generally. People buy land with the intention to build. People buy land with the intention to keep as a store or container of value. People buy land with the intention to sell later. Now, if your objective is to buy to build, right, this is not your opportunity. But if your objective is to buy to keep, to store up value, or your objective is to buy to sell later, right, then this is your opportunity, and you don't want to joke with it. So it combines both land capital appreciation and, cash flow. You don't want to miss on this. You don't want to snooze on this. Now, this 14th anniversary offer extends from 1st of this month, which was yesterday, and extends till the end of this month, which is 31st of May. You don't want to miss it. Now, it is this amount till the end of this month, but effective from June 1st, it moves to what we are selling as 6 plots, 1 acre, for 4.5 million naira outright, will move, to 6 million naira. And you don't want to snooze. You see, you don't only make money when it comes to real estate only when you sell. You also make money when you buy at the right time. People who buy at 6 million will still make money. But if you are hearing it, this is your opportunity. And then what we are selling for 11 million right now, if you're buying 15 plots, which is an hectare, right, will become 15 million naira. So it's 11 million naira, but from 1st of June, it becomes 11 million. All you need to do is just to lock it down with 20% of the actual amount. So you can choose which payment plan fits your cash flow. You can do outright, you can do 3 months, you can do 6 months, and you will never regret it. The beautiful thing about this is the fact that you will not need to pay anything again. Everything is covered in the amount you are paying, right? Everything is covered. So it covers the project insurance, it covers deed and registered survey, it covers your discount voucher. So if you bought an acre, for example, for 4.5 million, you have a 500,000 discount voucher, which you can also use to purchase an extra acre at less the amount. So it's really advantageous if you feel this fits into your budget and into your objective. And then, of course, the beautiful thing again is that you're also eligible for a free plot of land in our Palmville resort. So by buying 1 acre or buying 1 hectare, you are eligible for that. The Palmville resort is different from the oil palm plantation, and we've got loads and loads of opportunities for you to now build. So if you have in your mind that you would like to build something, a vacation home where you can go for holidays and all of that, then the Palmville resort is going to satisfy that particular objective, and you'll be getting free plot within that particular resort. The other thing is that because of that, you then are eligible for architectural drawing, which is worth well over 2 million naira, and a bill of quantity. So if you want to start building, once we allocate you that land, then you can use the designs and the things that we are providing you to make that happen. All right. And then more importantly, you can transfer this, you can resell it, right? There's no limit. Again, this particular opportunity is going to be up till the end of this month, and all you need to do is to lock it down with just 20%, and then you spread the remaining balance over the tenure that you select. So much more. You can screen grab that, and if you have further questions, please send Palmville to 090-6000-5737, 090-6000-5737, and then we host regular Zoom calls just to provide clarity. The video will be shared with you, which you can listen to, and it will explain every detail. Every question is answered. And if you are not satisfied, please don't make any investment decision, all right, until you listen to the details, and then ask for the brochure, and all of that will be shared with you. The subscription form will also be made available to you, so you have full understanding of exactly what you are entering into. This is a lifetime opportunity, lifetime, and it comes with lifetime earnings. So you don't just own an oil palm plantation, you have the opportunity to earn passive income for life. This is amazing. This is phenomenal. And it's something I'm really, really proud of. Let me quickly say this. When we decided to, push this thing out, one of the things I told a business partner was that this is one of our retirement plans, and we must never joke with it. Whether people are interested in it or not, this is our own opportunity. And if you know anything about palm oil, this is big one, and it's even way more expensive, more valuable even than crude oil that Nigeria has refused to abandon and focus on other things or create other streams. So I want you to take advantage of this opportunity before it leaves town. Okay, thank you very much. That will be all from me. Over to you, our uncle.
Please, a round of applause for OC.
Please, a round of applause for OC.
A round of applause for OC. I cannot see your reactions. How was the session? Let's start from there. How was the session? I hope you learned. Can we share some of the nuggets that we got from this session? Because my notes is also equally full. The wealth pyramid alone has done justice to a lot of things. I'm sure some people will be wondering, where do I fall in this category? Am I in crisis? Am I in a level of instability? Am I stable? Am I one step away from instability? Am I moving up to financial independence? When will I become financially free? Because even the richest man in the world is still seeking more money, he's still doing more investments, and you're wondering, when will I get to this level? Anyway, we have seen that wealth is not accidental. It is by design, it is by structure. And during this segment, OC was gracious enough to share with us the things that you need to do at different levels. I don't know if we took note of that. Beyond just the pyramid, there were things by the side that we needed to take note of. For financial crisis and financial instability, you saw that he said there's a need for aggressive mental shift and evolution, and also the need for skill development. Some of the keynotes that I took is the fact that you don't have a money problem, you have a skill problem. So I need you to ask yourself, do I have a money problem or do I have a skill problem? Can my skill give me that money that I'm looking for? So I'm going to be looking at the comment section and see some of our reactions. Kende says, if your outflow is more than your inflow, you can never be financially free. Very true, very true. Even our grand mentor says that. He says that when your upkeep is more than your income, then your upkeep definitely becomes your downfall, because every money you earn, you're using it to take care of expenses. It shouldn't go out faster, right? Okay, so James says, if you don't create an agenda for your money, others will. Yes, very important. Moyo says, your income follows your assets. Yes, he quoted that by Daniel Priestley. Fantastic. I'll just read more. Something he also said that stood out is patterns are predictors of a future. You know how they say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. By the way you are acting now, we can tell years from now where you are headed. And he also mentioned that life doesn't treat all of us equally. Life doesn't treat all of us equally. Financial stability as well. When you get financial stability, the need for aggressive asset accumulation. Do not worry. This session would be on Enrich TV by LifePage. That's the YouTube channel. You can catch all the replay. And interestingly, even the replays from previous years are also on YouTube. So you can catch all of the replay, the blueprints, the 5-year blueprints that Dr. Olumide Emmanuel taught last year. You can also watch it again. And then today he's going to be sharing with us on surviving recession. Yes, I can see more comments. Please keep your comments coming in. Keep your interactions coming in. I see the numbers are improving, but I really want us to get to 1,000. I really want us to get to 1,000. I see over 104 people on YouTube. Here we have 669. I think the network has not been friendly to some people. Please, before we get into this last segment, share. Tell your friend you need to be here. I've been doing that with my contacts. I'm telling them you need to be here. In fact, one of them said, I'm on a group call. I said, everybody on that group call is supposed to be here. This is the place to be. Whatever it is that you're talking about, you can talk about it after this meeting. So please, I want to give us the opportunity to reach out to everyone. Enrich TV by LifePage. Enrich TV by LifePage. That is the channel. You can also follow OC, Oladipupo Clement, also on YouTube. You also get some of the segments there as well. How many of us are ready for this last session? How many of us? That's why I don't want your friends to miss out. I want everybody to be here. How many of us are ready? Yes, please make sure you subscribe as well. Subscribe, turn on your notifications. No, only 7 people are ready. How can 7 people be ready? No, please. I need more energy. How many of you are ready? I want the fire emoji. Thank you, Esther. You read my mind. The fire emoji. The fire emoji. And I also see a lot of people are asking about the Earn to Own. Now, the Earn to Own is a 6-day program that OC mentioned that would help you transition from financial crisis or whatever position you are on the ladder to attain financial freedom. If you're interested in that as well, you can reach out to the number that has always been shared. If you notice, just one number has been shared. So if it's RMP you're here for, send for RMP. If it's for Palmville as well, send to that number. To join the next cohort of Earn to Own, Nifemi has posted the number and the link to register. So please only chat with authorized number and the link to register. Thank you very much. Are we ready? Are we ready? I can see the fire, but I need more fire, please. Let doctor know that we are ready. So our final speaker this evening is no doubt, and I beg to differ, no doubt one of the world's leading relationship experts, motivational speaker, and wealth creation agent. Did you know that? It's a tripartite grace with over 3 decades of transforming lives. He's popularly known as the common sense guru. His influence spans across religious and secular arena. He's an apostle in the marketplace. He holds an executive master's in business administration from the University of Huddersfield in the UK. He's a real estate exec. He also holds a real estate executive certificate with a special focus on capital markets, project finance, and business strategy from Harvard Business School, and a doctorate in entrepreneurial leadership. He is the best-selling author of over 100 books, a major personality, and the CEO of Common Sense Group, with 9 subsidiaries and a global footprint. No one encounters him and stays the same. He is married with children. In a world of economic uncertainty, the ability to not just build wealth, but to sustain and protect it is critical. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel is widely respected for his insights on wealth, leadership, and economic strategy. Please, if your hands are not too busy, if your emojis are not too busy as well, please give Dr. Olumide Emmanuel a round of applause as he speaks on surviving recession. I cannot see your energy. Doctor is here, he's live.
Hello.
Welcome, sir.
Hello.
We're so excited to be here. We are so excited to be here. We're so expectant. Everyone, show Doctor how ready and excited you are. Are you with your pen, your paper, your minds, your heart? No distraction. This is not the time that call should come in, please. People are asking, where can I touch the hem of your garments? This 40 minutes be the best 40 minutes of your life. Please get ready to change levels. Welcome, sir. We're happy to have you.
Thank you. Happy new month to everyone. Welcome to the best month of the year where great people are born. This month is my birthday and is the best month of the year. There are only 2 months in the year, May and all others. So welcome to the best month of the year and welcome to this year's conference. I'm so excited with what I'm so happy I was able to catch it from the beginning. Okwe's session was phenomenal. And it's as if, I just wonder, why are we doing this thing free? That's the problem. Why is this thing free? Because the things that have been downloaded here are just so heavy. That session by Okwe is a master class on its own. And there are still some room and parlor that was not entered that we'll have been able to sit down on that one and analyze. And by the time Timothy came up with the triangle and the pyramid, oh, what an amazing time. And Stella, you are doing an amazing job. The world needs to hear your voice. You are amazing host. You are doing a good job. So well done. And well done to everyone at the back end also. And want to say to LifePage, congratulations. It's been 14 years. And I'm just so grateful to God I've been there from before LifePage and seeing what LifePage have grown to become a global organization. It's just amazing and we're grateful. So today, I want to talk to us on how to survive and thrive in any recession. How to survive and thrive in any recession. Now, one of the things that many people do not realize is that Nigeria is not the only nation where there are economic challenges. As a matter of fact, the entire world is going through a lot right now. And if you go to different nations of the world, you realize that people are even migrating. Some of you are applying to go to London. People in London are leaving London. Some of you are applying to go to Canada. People in Canada are leaving. People are leaving America. So all over the world, there are all kinds of economic upheaval that is taking place, and people have problem. Inflation is high, not only in Nigeria, but in different parts of the world. People are facing inflation. We have energy crisis. We have wars. We have all kinds of uncertainties that are going on. And like we've said over and over again, we presently live in a VUCAD world. V-U-C-A-D. Volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous, and disruptive. So you realize that one day you are waking up thinking this is the way things will go. The next thing, you are hearing one news that changes the whole thing, and a lot of stuff are going on right now. And you need to understand how you can continue not just to survive and thrive. So I'm not looking at surviving recession. No, how to survive and thrive. So you can survive and still be a survivor. But instead of just surviving, you can actually thrive, because crisis creates opportunities and money hides in problem. I was in a meeting, and investors hang out before this meeting, and I was sharing with them in that meeting that no matter how terrible things are, people are making billions in the midst of chaos. When there is war and people are in refugee camp, during the war, there are people that are selling weapons and they are making billions. During the war, even in the refugee camp, people are supplying blankets, people are supplying water, people are supplying food, people are supplying bed, some people are supplying medication and supplying spirit and supplying cotton wool and bandages and plasters, and they are making millions in the midst of war. So crisis creates opportunities. One man's problem is another man's opportunity. So in the midst of recession, you should not just be thinking survival. You can survive and you can thrive. And that is what I want to help you see in my own session tonight. So please don't think survivor. Think thrive. Because even if you are alive on the bed of affliction, you have survived because you are still alive. But so that's not what we want. We don't want you to survive. We want you to survive and thrive, so that it will not just be as if, like a student that graduated with pass. Say, pens up, I graduate. No, we don't want you to say, I graduate. No, we want you to graduate with first class. We want you to survive and thrive. So that will be so I've changed the title. Is how to survive and thrive in any recession. Now, the world is going through all kinds of stuff, and we need to realize that it's not only where you are, because many times there is a way that you can be overwhelmed by the challenges that you face, that you think that you are the only one going through challenges until you hear somebody else's story. I just came back from our conclave summit in the US and the UK. I'm one of the Millionaires Conclave member that came to see me in Milton Keynes was saying that I thought I was going through it. When I heard your own, I said, I've not started. I said, that's the way it works. Most of the time, when you don't hear other people's story, you will not realize that what you are going through is part of the package. Now, there are many things we would need to look into, but because of time, I will deal with the ones that I believe we can just touch for today. Number one would be, what is recession? What is recession? Because when you go online now, you realize that there are some words that are the most searched words on Google, the search engine. So you see that when you look at the words that people are searching, from time to time, there are words that people just want to understand. And when you go online, you realize that a lot of people, one of the most searched words is words that has to do with finances, how to survive, how to make it, how to survive, how to come out of debt. So people just want to be free. And like Timothy was saying, when you look at the pyramid, you realize that a lot of people are at the bottom. They are at that financial crisis level. I went out for evangelism today with my son, and we went out to evangelize to people, and about 70% of the people we met, Organa money we want, no be ambi, Organa money we want. We know you now, you did television. Orga, you come market, no, bring money, you bring money. People are just at that mind, money we want, that money we want. At the point, my son was saying, Dad, why are they all asking for money? Don't they know that God can give them money? Don't they know that if they come, God will help them? I said, my son, don't worry. That's their reality. That's why we're trying to bring them into a better reality. So people are at that survival level. So what is recession? Now, a lot of people are ignorant of what recession is. Why some people are really, hungry to know how to come out of any form of financial issue. Now, there are different set of people when it comes to recession. Before I give you different angles, or what I call definitive angles. Number one, we have those that have never experienced recession before. So you can imagine my son saying, why are they asking for money? Their reality and my son's reality are two different realities. So he doesn't understand why they're asking for money. Me, I understand why they're asking for money because I was there like that. But they don't also understand why money is what they are thinking of. Because you see, if you put banana and $1 million in front of a monkey, the monkey will choose banana at all times. The reason why the monkey will choose banana is because the monkey is not aware that $1 million can give it a plantation and a banana empire. So the monkey will choose banana. So like OC said earlier on, it is your mind. That's your greatest asset. So there are people that have never experienced recession. So this message is not for them. When we talk about how to survive and thrive in any recession, they're like, what are you talking about? Because they don't understand recession. They have never been poor. Some of them were born into wealth. Some of them have been wealthy since they were young. Some of them inherited wealth. So they don't know what recession is. The second set of people are those that go in and out of recession. In and out of recession. Today they have money. Tomorrow they don't have money. This year they have money. Next year it's like up and down, up and down. So depending on where they are, when you met them, they might be saying all is well, or they might be saying, woe is me. Now, the third set of people are those that live perpetually in recession. That's their headquarters. They don't even know anytime. All they need is money. They live perpetually in recession. Now, so what then is recession? Now, please listen and listen well. Recession is an economic decision, and I'm going to come back to that. Recession is an economic decision. Recession, number one, is a period of downturn or decline in the economy. Recession is a period of downturn or decline in the economy. So when you are in an economic environment where there's a downturn in the economy or there's a decline in the economy, that is a period of recession. Number two, recession is a period when a nation have 2 to 3 quarters of slow growth. So a nation is supposed to grow. The GDP, that's the gross domestic product of that country. Every quarter, things are supposed to be going from one level of glory to another level of glory. So in any nation where you realize that first quarter, growth is slow, second quarter, growth is slow. By the time they get to the end of the second quarter, they have entered recession. So when you have 2 to 3 quarters of slow growth in GDP, when the gross domestic product, that's the entire products, gross, entire products that is traded within that geography. That means people's buying power are reducing. That means people are no more spending. So that means there's no money to spend. When the GDP, gross domestic product, within a country goes low, that is second quarter, third quarter, you declare we're in the recession. Number three, very slow. People are not fast to spend. People are withdrawing their money, holding their money. They only so when the economic activity is very slow in a nation, that is recession. Now, when you understand this, you now need to know that recession is an economic decision. So you can choose not to participate. Recession is an economic decision. You can choose not to participate. So if, for instance, now the central bank of a country comes to announce that we are now officially in a recession, the reason why they made that announcement is because they have checked the indices. They checked the growth in the economy, they checked the GDP, and they realized that economic activity is slowing down. As the ones that are the custodian of the economic policy and fiscal policy, they will now come and say this is recession. So it is a decision they have made. They now announce that decision. And everybody now begin to say, we are in a recession, no, we are in a recession, no, minus me. I refuse to join you people. So recession is an economic decision, and you can choose not to participate. So when you say, oh, there's no money in Nigeria, I'm like, oh, there's no money in the country. Where did you get that idea from? Did the money travel? Did aliens come to carry the money? Is the money, did the money go for summer holiday? Or is the money on retreat? So I said there's no money. What do you mean by that? Every money on earth is still on earth. Money did not travel. The only reason why you don't have money is because the money left you to those that have it. So money is always available. There is no shortage of money. So don't say there's no money in this country and there's no money in this country. You are a liar. How can you say there's no money in this country? Look at Nigeria. They have been stealing money for over 60 years. Now they are stealing in dollars. And the money refuses to finish. Yet you are telling yourself there is no money in the country. How? As how? There is money. Oh. The question is, do you have it? So if you say there is no money in your account, you are right. If you say there is no money in your purse or your pocket, you are right. But to say there is no money in the country, no, there is money. There's money. Money does not travel. Every money on earth is still on earth. So you can't say there's no money. So when we are talking recession, recession is a decision. Refuse to participate. Recession is a decision. Refuse to participate. If they say there is no money in Nigeria, don't join them. Refuse to participate. It's a choice. I choose not to join you people. Because whatever you say is what you will get. How can you say there's no money in a country where billions are being spent every week? You now say there's no money. Instead of you to think of how you will get your portion, you say there's no money. There's money. Oh. So, there are a few things we may not be able to look into, like what are the causes of recession, what are the effects of recession. We can't go into all that because that will take us off. I want to go straight to show you the strategies for surviving and thriving so that we'll deal with solution and not dwell on problem. But there's one concept I want you to understand. Because when people talk about there's no money or this and that, there's a concept that people don't understand, and it's called the wealth cycle. It's called wealth cycle. Wealth cycle. Now listen. In the world that we live in today, there's something called wealth cycle. When we were in secondary school, they taught us in agric science. They taught us what is called bush fallowing in agric science. And bush fallowing, they told us, is a process whereby if you plant on a particular portion of land, after a while, you leave the land. If you have planted for so long, you leave the land for 3 to 4 years so that the land can gather fresh nutrients. So gather fresh nutrients. Now, the reason why that is done is so that if you have been planting on the land and it seems as if the land is weakened, the land cannot give maximum yield again, you do bush fallowing. Now, in the world that we live in today, wealth is cyclical. It's like a cycle. Wealth is cyclical. So now wealth cycle means that on earth, there will be seasons of plenty and seasons of lack. That's a cycle. Seasons of plenty, seasons of lack. Seasons of plenty, seasons of lack. And if you study the economics of nations, you realize that there is something like 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine, 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine, and that is a cycle. So wealth is cyclical. So once you understand that wealth cycle and you understand what you need to, you realize that you can have a life that is void of dry season. What you then need to know is that when you are in a situation where you have plenty, because you understand that wealth is cyclical, during the season of plenty, what you do is that you save and you invest. And then during the seasons of famine, the money you have saved will save you. And then you also invest more. So when the economy is down, that means those that have cash, that's when cash becomes king. Those that have cash are able to buy things cheaper because at that point, people are going through crisis. They want to sell their house cheap. They want to sell their car cheap. They want to sell this one cheap. So you can plug in and buy. I give you an example. We're in a meeting yesterday, and one of the banks in Nigeria had done their AGM, and they did not declare dividends because they decided that they wanted to pay off a lot of debt and strengthen the business. A lot of people did not understand. Just because they did not declare the dividend that they expected, many people wanted to sell their shares. Guess what? The owners of the business bought all the shares from the people because they understood that this business is actually stronger now, even though we're not giving dividends as they expected. So even in the midst of crisis, those who have money are able to take advantage of the opportunities from those that do not have. So wealth is cyclical. So when people talk about recession, most of the time is a reset. Sometimes recession is a reset so that a new set of billionaires, a new set of wealthy people can emerge. Sometimes recession is nothing but an opportunity for a change of guard, because nobody reigns forever except God. So that those that have been reigning, somebody else can come and reign. So now, having understood that, let's now go to the strategies for surviving and thriving. Strategies for surviving and thriving. Number one, pursue financial intelligence. Pursue financial intelligence. And we cannot overemphasize the importance of financial intelligence. Pursue financial intelligence. If you know better, you will do better. The more you learn, the more you earn. Your earning capacity is determined by your learning capacity. Pursue financial intelligence. The knowledge that you have is what gives you a leverage. In the world that we live in today, knowledge is the new currency. Knowledge is the new currency. So make sure that you pursue financial intelligence. Look at the amazing stuff that we have learned today alone. Look at it. Pursue financial intelligence so that you can know. Because once you know, you realize that, okay, this money that's coming now, and we need to do this, we need to do that. I can tell you stories upon stories of people that have made money because they thought that life will continue like that, and then boom, crisis came. They didn't have any savings to save them. Boom, crisis came. They have only fixed assets without cash flow. We have learned a lot in the journey of life. So number one is what? Pursue financial intelligence. Once you have knowledge, that knowledge becomes a leverage regardless of whatever economy you find yourself in. Knowledge becomes a leverage. Because I want to share like 7 things with you. Let me move on. Number two, eliminate waste and excesses. Eliminate waste and excesses. Many times, a lot of people do not realize that many of the things they are spending money on is unnecessary. Many of the things they are spending money on is a waste. Eliminate waste and excesses. There are only 3 things you can do with money. Number one, you can waste it. Number 2, you can spend it. Number 3, you can invest it. Foolish people waste money. Average people spend money. Wise people invest money. Foolish people waste money. Average people spend money. Wise people invest money. So you need to be a man and a woman that rises above waste. Don't waste money. Because see, that money that you have right now, that money has a lot to do with your future. If you continue to just waste and waste and waste, you are already eating your future. Money is tripartite. Money is a spirit. Money has a soul. Money lives in the body. Money has a past. Money has a present. Money has a future. The past is in that money. The present is in that money. The future is in that money. So if, for instance, now you find yourself in a situation where you make money, as you make that money, a portion of that money belongs to your past to take care of the bills that you have already incurred. A portion of that money belongs to your present to take care of your ongoing obligation. A portion of that money belongs to your future. It's called savings and investment. So you need to do what? To save. You need to save. Now, that money that you save is what will now save you, because every money you are going to earn in your lifetime cannot be paid to you once. Every money you are going to earn in your lifetime cannot be paid to you once. It therefore means that every month when you are earning money, every season when you are earning money, you are already earning all your future money at once. So if you eat that money, you're already eating part of your future. So number 2 is eliminate waste and excesses. Because many times, whenever it comes to the issue of money, people are always thinking of how to make more money, how to make more money, how to make more money. Yes, you need to think of how to make more money, but sometimes you find yourself in a situation where making more money is not as easy as you think. The question then is, will you remain like that? No, you have to now begin to think of how to reduce your expenditure. How to reduce expenditure. So when you reduce expenditure, you will have more money available to you, even though you have not made more money. Very, very important for you to note. So number 1 is what? Pursue financial intelligence. Number 2, eliminate waste and excess. Number 3, activate multiple streams of income. Activate multiple streams of income. Everything cannot go wrong at the same time. Everything cannot go wrong at the same time. I've sat down with people when they are coming to my office looking despair. They are coming to my office looking discouraged, looking hopeless. And I tell them, take a paper and write down what is working. You have been telling me what's not working. He said, nothing is working, sir. Nothing is working. I said, but your mouth is working. Is your mouth not working? If your mouth is not working, will you be telling me nothing is working? I say your mouth is working. I say your brain is working. That's why you're able to know what I said and answer. I say your eyes are working. That's why you are crying and tears are coming out. So your leg is working. That's why you came into this place by yourself. They did not carry you on the stretcher. Your hand is working. That's why you are taking notes. Write down what is working. There is no way everything will shut down. Something must be working. So no matter how bad things are, something must be working. So activate multiple streams of income. Everything cannot go wrong at the same time. So when you have different streams of income, when you have different sources of income, you find out that no matter the recession, one can carry the other. One can help the other. That's the way it works. One can carry the other. One can help the other. I'm into business. I've done lots of business. In the course of my lifetime, I've probably done over 30 businesses. And I've done businesses that have failed. I've done businesses that have succeeded. I'm still doing business now. Even in some businesses I'm doing right now, there are some businesses I'm doing now that are not producing money. But it is still there. I have a TV station. The TV station is not producing money. As of last year alone, we still spent almost 400 million on the TV station. As I'm talking to you right now, people are there. We are employing more people. They are collecting salary. But it's not making money. But the money we are making from other businesses, we are using it to sustain it until it will get to a time where it will begin to make money. So if I don't have different things I'm doing, imagine if the TV station is the only thing I'm doing. I have short-let apartments. I'm right now in one of the apartments, a 12 unit of apartments. I'm in one of my apartments right now. We have apartments all over, but not all the apartments are making money. But we are paying salary. We are paying bills. But because we have other things we are doing, those things are doing what? They are bringing money and they are taking care of the one that. So you can have 5 businesses, 6 businesses, 7 businesses, and all the business you have, you realize that maybe out of the 7, only 5 is making money. If it's 5 that is making money, the 5 will carry the 2 that is not making money. In the same vein, in your own personal life, you may have investments and you realize that, yes, you have money in real estate, you have money in treasury bills, you have money in stock market, you have money in gold. So you put money in different places. Maybe one is working, one is not working. So you need multiple streams of income so that no matter the recession, something will be working to keep you through that process. Because one of the reasons why people are really destroyed through a recession is nothing is working for them because they didn't have anything they have put on ground and they don't have enough knowledge to know that some things are working that they can use. So it's very, very important. Number 4, because of time, explore other sources of income. Explore other sources of income. And now, in the world of recession, there's what we call recession-proof zones. Recession-proof zone. Now, many years ago, Michael Jackson was still alive. I was in Stratford. I was in the UK, Stratford, England. Stratford, London, sorry. I was in an hotel called Ibis Hotel, 1A Romford Road. I remember vividly because I had a lot of encounters in that hotel. My office used to be on Queensway Road on Stratford, my London office. So I used to stay in that hotel a lot before I got my own house in the UK. So I used to stay in that hotel a lot. So I became a member. And so I stayed in that hotel. So that was like my regular. And then this year I was watching the TV. And then they were showing Michael Jackson was to come to the UK then. The title of that concert was This Is It. It was supposed to be his last concert. And then when they started, they planned that we have 10 shows. The 10 shows were supposed to take place in what's called the O2 Arena. And the O2 Arena can take 20,000 people. So 10 shows means that it will be hosting 200,000 people. And then they made an announcement that they have increased from 10 shows to 50 shows because of the, requests from people. So 50 shows. So I'm like, wow, 50 shows, that's 1 million people. Hey, wow. So I was just thinking. And then they said they were going to open the tickets that particular week. So of course, because I was in the hotel, I was following, it was just in news all over London that time. So from 10 shows, they moved to 50 shows. That means that from 200,000 people, they're now expecting 20,000 times 50, that's 1 million or thereabout. Yeah, 1 million people. They were now expecting 1 million people. And the ticket was £70. And this was when it was during the time of recession, economic recession, economic downturn, global recession, economic crunch, everywhere. Recession, economic crunch was everywhere. So I'm like, okay, 50 shows, £70. Then, to my surprise, the next day, the man came back again. I was announcing, he said, oh, that has been amazing. People came from Europe, people came from China, people traveled down. Some people bought tickets online, some came physically to buy their ticket. In fact, we have sold out. Sold out, okay. Inside the session. So I'm like, so in my head, I was still thinking, I said, wow, £70 times 1 million people. That's like 70 million pounds. That one person is coming to sink. So I was still thinking in my head, hey, this guy work that we are doing. But then the guy now made a statement that changed my life. He said, this is a proof that Michael Jackson is recession proof. That statement came out of the mouth of the man whose company was organizing this is a proof that Michael Jackson is recession proof. Wow. When I heard that, I looked around, no paper. I took a tissue paper, like a, what do they call it? A serviette paper that was on the table. I picked my pen and I wrote recession proof. Michael Jackson, recession proof. And I wrote down recession proof. Then I started I started documenting what is recession proof. What are the things that are recession proof? And that is how this message came. So if you check my book, you see that I've been talking about this now. I think maybe 2007 or 2008 is what I was talking about. So I'm telling you, I see recession. So it means that there are some things that are recession proof that recession cannot undo. So if you are a man or a woman that wants to survive and thrive in any recession, you then need to explore other sources of income. And when we talk about other sources of income, begin to think of recession-proof zones. Begin to think of different things you can do that will help you be able to make more money. So let me share a few things with you. Number one, get an extra job. Get an extra job. Now, listen, a day is made up of 24 hours. But for many people, they only work 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. Listen, right now, I'm in Nigeria now. This is 14 minutes after 9. We're in the night in Nigeria now. In Australia, they're already in Sunday morning. In America now, some people are still in the afternoon. In America, some people are still, so different parts of the world have different time zones. The world has become a global village. So the fact that they are sleeping in your area does not mean they are sleeping anywhere else. So if you want to explore other sources of income, you can begin to think, okay, while we are sleeping in Nigeria, can I take 2 hours and work in Australia for 2 hours? You see, Texas says they are in 14 minutes after 3 now. You see? And then somebody is in California now, maybe California, Salt Lake City, Utah, maybe those ones now will be about 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. or whatever. So are you see what I'm saying now? Maybe New York will be about 4 p.m. So different time zone. Australia is only Sunday morning. They are in church. So that's the way. So what other things can you do within that 24 hours? What other things can you do within that 24 hours? Number two, you can become a commission sales agent. Now they have just told you now, you may not be able to buy in LifePage. You either buy from us or you sell for us. You either buy from us or you sell for us. So you can join the LifePage team. You see, Vancouver is 1 hour, 1 o'clock, quarter after 1. You see now, quarter after 1 in Vancouver. So the world is a global village. The world is a global village. So go now, send RMP to that number. So I want to be a realtor. Let them train you. So that even if you don't have money, maybe you have brother, you have sister, you have cousin, you have neighbor, you have schoolmates, you are on different WhatsApp group. That is where you can make money from, because you can now begin to sell for us. And what you are selling will now produce money for you. Number three, you can explore online opportunity. Explore online opportunity. There are a lot of online opportunity now. Go to remote.com, go to remotely.com, go to virtualworks.com. So all manner of opportunities that are available for you to explore. All manner of opportunity that are available for you to explore. The word POUR is an acronym for passing over opportunities repeatedly. So there are a lot of online opportunity. Forex trading is there. You can go on eBay, do sales on eBay. You can do freelancing. You can do drop shipping. You can do a lot online now, all manner of stuff. Even content creation. People are creating content and making money. So there is so much that you can do. So much that you can do. So very, very important. So number one, how to survive and thrive in any recession. Pursue financial intelligence. Number two, eliminate every waste and excesses. Number three, activate multiple streams of income. Number four, explore other sources of income. Number five, plug into recession-proof zones. Plug into recession-proof zones. So what are the recession-proof zones that you can plug into? Health sector. Health sector. The health sector, no matter how poor anybody is, health is wealth. When there is sickness, money will show up. When people have health challenge, the money will show up. So look into the health aspect. Education. Look into education. Look into what you can do to educate people or to keep people going. The coroners are making money. Go into coroner business of, cemetery business, coroner business, all those. There's money there. Repair and maintenance. There's money there. Repair and maintenance. There's money there. Debt collector. Money there. Discount store. E-commerce. Food. Anything food. People are making money there. Fashion. People are making money. Now, technology. Anything tech. People are making money. So now you need to look into what are the different recession-proof zones that you can explore. All these are very, very important. They will help you. Number six, because of time, trade your gifts, talent, and passion. Trade your gifts, talents, and passion. What gifts do you have? What talents do you have? What passion or potential do you have? How can you trade it? Actors, actresses, musicians, caterers, comedians, poets, speakers. What are they selling? Footballers, what are they selling? They are trading their gift. They are trading their talents. So what are the gifts and talents that you can trade? What are the skills that you can trade? Because many times we have a lot of things that we can trade, but we are not thinking of it because we're always looking outside instead of looking inside. And that becomes something that affects a lot of people. So trade your gift, talent, and potential and passion. Look into yourself. What are the gifts? What experience do you have? What skill do you have? What is your unique story? What are the things that you can trade? What problem can you solve? What questions can you answer? What need can you meet? All these things will help you to be able to overcome in the midst of recession. And finally, activate the supernatural. Activate the supernatural. You see, whether you like it or not, in the world that we live in today, you are either in the secret cult or in the secret place. If you don't believe in the supernatural, if you don't believe in things that are out of the ordinary, you may end up suffering in the world that we live in today. I know a lot of people that whenever they think, they only think in terms of the natural, and they don't realize that the natural is natural, the super is super, but a combination of the super plus natural is what produces the supernatural. So activate the supernatural. Everybody is using something. Just be sure that the one you are using is the right one. Everybody is using something. Just be sure that the one that you are using is the right one. So there is a supernatural dimension to life. And if you don't believe in the supernatural, that is your own. So there is super. So think. That's why I see a lot of people doing Yahoo, Yahoo Plus. A lot of people are doing money ritual. They are doing ritual looking for organ, looking for blood, because the enemy has deceived them to try to go into the secret cult. The enemy has deceived them to try to take them into things that will ruin their life. But there is actually a supernatural dimension. And for many years, people have heard me say that you are either in the secret cult or in the secret place. And for the first time, I finally released that in the book. So in case you don't have my new book, The Pathway to Wealth, this is my latest book. It came out this January, The Pathway to Wealth. So I've added 8 new chapters. And in this book, I've finally revealed the secrets. So I shared on secret cult versus secret place in one of the chapters. And then I shared the things that we use in the secret place. So very, very powerful. The School of Money, all my books are, but that's the latest one. So you need to understand how to activate the supernatural. And that will go a long way in helping you. I want to share something with you in closing. I heard when OC Timothy was talking about the Palmville, and if they can help me put the flyer for Palmville up now. I want to say something. Now, in 2001, I started my first, thank you. Let me put it up and blow it up a little. Now, in 2001, I started my first estate development, 50 acres of land in Ikorodu. That was 25 years ago. Now, people bought. I remember we sold a plot of land for 100,000 naira in 2001, and we sold 1 acre for 500. So 100,000 per plot and 500 per acre was 50 acres of land, and we sold. As I sit before you right now, 25 years later, that estate is still there till now. It has been fully fenced with CFO since 2007. We have sold since that, between 2001 and 2005. We have sold about 70%. The only thing that God used to save us is that we didn't sell everything off. But as I speak to you right now, 25 years later, apart from the houses that we built, we have less than 50 houses in that estate, less than 50. Right now, it has cost me hundreds of millions to continue to secure and maintain that estate. Hundreds of millions. Just calculate an average of 10 million per annum and calculate 10 million times 25 years. That is already 250 million. I've been paying salary in that estate since 2001. I've been paying for security in that estate since 2001. I've been reopening road in that estate every 2 years since 2001. And many people that bought the land for 100,000 have not done anything on that land till now. I have lost millions on that estate, and I have 4 of such estates. So all the estate I started 2001, 2003, 2005, those are all the mistakes I made early in life that took me years to recover from. I have lost hundreds of millions trying to help people. And I discovered that trying to help poor people sometimes can make you poor. So why are those estates not yet developed? I have done my parts. I have fenced it. I have done the CFO. I have all the documents. I've done borrow. I've done road, but people bought and refused to build. Oh, they don't have money to build. Oh, the place is not developed yet. We land developers. It's not people that will come and develop their land. Why am I telling you this story? If I had planted palm tree on that estate in that same 2001, if I had told them in 2001 that this land you are buying, oh, is your land, oh, but I want to help you plant palm tree on top, oh, and then we'll be sharing the palm tree money, oh, my people, I will have planted palm tree in 2002. By 2006, the palm tree will have been yielding. By this year, it will have been 20 years anniversary of making money from palm tree. One palm tree will give you 25 liters of oil. One palm tree. On one plot, you will plant 10 trees on one plot. So if you have one plot of palm farm, that's 25 liters times 10. That's 250 liters, if I'm correct. 25 liters times 10 is 250 liters. That is from one plot, you'll be getting 250 liters. If you have 1 acre, on 1 acre, you have 60 palm trees. That means you'll be getting 25 liters times 60. On 1 hectare, there will be 150 palm tree. That means you'll be getting 25 liters. So imagine the kind of money we will have made for 20 years. All the hundreds of millions in expenses will not have been incurred. All the debts and the crisis will not, encroachment. Till tomorrow, we are still fighting. I still had a meeting with my lawyer today. We are still going to the same estate again this month to still go and be sure that all is well. All because I was trying to help people. So why am I saying all this? Palmville is being launched right now on this 14th anniversary. If you love yourself and you love your future, plug in now. Oh, plug in now, because in the real estate value chain, agriculture is one sector that people have neglected and ignored. And if you don't join this moving train, the later you join, the more you will regret. So the Palmville is one opportunity that everybody should take advantage of. As someone that has been in real estate since 1997, 98, I am telling you, if I know what I know now, I will have done palm tree on all my Ikorodu land. I have 200 acres in Atonota. Inside that 200 acres, they have encroached over 100. Maybe I have 90-something that I can lay claim. Even inside that 90, maybe only, I'm telling you, mistakes we have made. Buying large expanse of land, selling to people, and they will do nothing. And they will show up 15 years later, where is my land? Where is my land? And you tell yourself, a pastor, where is my land? After 20 years, people are showing up to ask for a land as if the angel will keep it for them. We have spent millions. So you need to plug in. Many of you are raising children now. Think back. In 2014, dollar was $1.50 to $1. $1.50 to $1. Today now it's 1,005, 1,004 to $1. That's 1,000%. It's not 100% too. In 2014 to 2026, in less than 12 years. So in another 12 years, when that your boy want to go to school, when that your girl want to go to school, when you will retire in old age, I hope you know many of you are working for yourself. You don't even have pension. There is no pension because you are a self-employed person. Let this be your pension. So we are giving you an opportunity now to plug in per acre or per hectare. With 4.5 million, you plug in to an acre. With 11 million, you plug in to an hectare. Listen and listen well. Do everything you can to take advantage of this right now. This offer is only valid till the end of this month, and after this month is gone, it's gone. So I want to advise everybody to take advantage of this offer, plug in, make your deposit. There's a payment plan, because this issue of recession, it will never end though. World cycle, world cycle, world cycle. So thank you very much. And like Okpai said at the beginning, let me also end with that. I hope with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince you, not confuse you. God bless you all. Let's answer your questions.
Nigeria consumes almost 2 million metric tons of palm oil every year. We produce significantly less than that, which means every year there's a supply gap, and gaps in essential commodities only get filled. Palm oil is in virtually everything we use: our food, soaps, cosmetics, and industrial inputs. And globally, demand is nearing 80 million metric tons annually, projected to cross 100 million by 2050. This is not a trend-driven demand.
And that's why some Nigeria's strongest agro-industrial players have built serious value around it.
The question now is, if Nigeria already has a supply deficit, if demand is locked in for decades, and palm oil is globally traded and locally consumed, why should you only participate as a consumer and not an owner? That is Palmville. Palmville is an agro-real estate wealth ecosystem that gives you permanent land ownership combined with structured and lifetime income from oil palm plantations.
So the real opportunity is not just to buy land and wait. It is to own the land, cultivate oil palm, position inside an existing supply deficit, and earn from a globally traded commodity. You see, oil palm yields more oil per acre than soya beans, sunflower, or rapeseed.
Palm trees take 4 to 5 years to begin fruiting. You start getting your yield from the harvest from the 6th year, and the entire palm plantation has a 35 to 40 year economic life. This is infrastructure level agriculture.
Palmville is available in 1 plot, 6 plots, and 15 plots, depending on your choice. Comment well to join the latest billionaire club with Palmville.
Welcome back. I hope we had a great time listening to Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. What an amazing session. And it's time for us to take questions. Now we're taking questions from all of the sessions that we've had, from Mr. Opeoluwa Oni's session, from Dr. Oladipupo Clement's session, and Dr. Olumide Emmanuel's session as well. So please do well to ask all of your questions. And there are some questions that we have definitely responded to, and we'll just redirect you to the numbers. But we're happy to take all of your questions. I'll be looking through the comment section, both on YouTube and on Zoom as well. But before we get into the questions, I want to hear from you. How was the session? What did you learn? I see some people dropping their nuggets already. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Thank you so much, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, for that wealth of wisdom. Really brilliant, as always. It's always a delight and a pleasure to listen to you. It's always fresh, and we pray that God will continually impact you and increase you and preserve you now and always. So a lot of opportunities have been presented to us today. First, we heard about the books, Beyond Land and Houses. We also saw Dr. Olumide Emmanuel's book as well, Pathway to Wealth, the real estate mentorship program as well for 20,000 naira. Do well to notify the administrative team of your interest and we will take care of that. Send RMP to 090-6000-5737 and we would attend to you. You're also interested in Palmville, 090-6000-5737. And something that Dr. Olumide Emmanuel will always say, if your ancestors failed you, do not fail your descendants. Now is the opportunity for you to pay yourself and to also pay your future. Like Dr. Olumide Emmanuel mentioned, some of us are self-employed, so you do not have a pension. So think about this as your pension. Look at the demand, the statistics that have been stated during the commentary, the video commentary. We are yet to meet demand. We need a lot of us to get into this space. We've left agriculture for so long and it's time for us to come back. And the opportunity has been presented. And you definitely know that any business that LifePage is doing, any business Dr. Olumide Emmanuel is also endorsing, is a business that has been thoroughly investigated and every due diligence that you can imagine has been taken care of. Dotting all the I's, all the T's, all the checklists, anything that you can think about, because a good name is better than silver and gold, and Dr. Olumide Emmanuel and the LifePage brand are synonymous with integrity and credibility. So you can be sure that all of the risk and mitigations have been taken into consideration. So now I'll be looking at the questions. Please keep your questions coming. I see somebody saying, if you have 1 million naira, what investments can you do? Osi, would you like to respond to this question for us? Jane, somebody is asking, Success is asking, if I have 1 million naira, what can I do? I think it depends on where you are on the ladder.
I think
but you can also buy a plus of the pantry.
Can you hear me?
But I'll let OC take care of that.
Okay, I want to believe you can hear me. Can you hear me loud and clear? Thank you so much, sir, for that awesome session as usual. In response to this question, because we have very limited time, we may not be able to take all the questions. It's already late in Nigeria, and we've been on this call for quite a while. So just in case we don't get to your questions, please feel free to send those questions to 090-6000-5737. The number is 090-6000-5737, and then we'll certainly respond to you. Just give us about a week or so before we respond to you. You'll certainly hear from us. The number one investment, I mentioned that during my session. Mr. Kwe mentioned that during his session. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel also mentioned that during his session when he said give financial intelligence its place. Investing in yourself will elevate. If you're asking these questions, it means that there's already a lack of knowledge that is in force. So I recommend get this book. Get this book. Beyond Land and Houses. It's more than just a real estate book, right? And then get the Pathway to Wealth and get the School of Money. I would also recommend you get some Financial Freedom Master Guide. I do not have a copy here. If you can find a copy, Stella, you can show them that copy there as well. Invest in knowledge. When you know better, you do better. That's the way it really works. That's the first thing. And all of that you don't need 1 million to get all these books I've told you. You probably will not spend, I'm not sure you will spend up to 200,000 naira to get all this, but maybe 200,000 naira. By the time you are done with these books, there is no way you will not know exactly the next step to take. And there's no way you will not even be able to spot the wrong investment and the right ones that is most suitable for you. So that will be my answer to you. I don't know if Doctor has anything else to say to that.
Well, you've answered. Number one is invest in knowledge. That's the engine room. That's the starting point. And since we have an opportunity available now for you to plug into the Palmville, you can explore that, make a deposit, and start a payment plan. And then there are a lot of other investment opportunities you can explore in the money market, in the capital market, in the investment market. But the most important thing is invest in yourself.
So you can get a copy. You can get a copy of the book Financial Freedom Master Guide. If you've not gotten the copy, please ensure that you get a copy. And also you can get the School of Money. There are some books that you have when it comes to wealth creation, particularly books that are adapted to our climate and context. If you're a Nigerian, yes, there are other global books that you can read. These are also global books, but then you would also understand. So please ensure that you get Financial Freedom Master Guide, you get the School of Money, get the Pathway to Wealth. So I see someone in the comment section saying, Dr. Olumide, please do a promo for your birthday. There's a promo going on already, so you can reach out to Dr. Olumide's team. And why are we always with the mindset of receiving? It's an opportunity for us to also give to him during this birthday season. His birthday is this month, so buy the book, support him and his foundation as well during this period. I see a lot of people asking about the payment plan. I think it would be great for OC. Please, could you share what the payment plan is? What is the minimum deposit and how many months? Or if there's a flyer that can speak to this, we can also call it up so that we can speak to it. Okay, OC is here already. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Stella. So please, because we would not have all the time to break everything down, just send Palmville to 09060005737. Everything you need, the details, everything will be communicated to you. We will not be able to communicate all the details, but just know that once you lock it down with 20% of whatever it is you are going for, you get all the benefits. It covers everything, including the management of that particular project for the first 5 years. All right? It covers everything, including your document. The land belongs to you completely. And then the proceeds then be shared between you and the company, on a 60-20-20 arrangement. But just send Palmville to 09060005737, and all the details you need, including the brochure, the form, the subscription form, and a video that explains all this, everything that you need to know before you part with your hard-earned funds is already there. So please send that message there, because we will not have all the time to explain that to you in details here. Okay?
Thank you very much for that response, OC. So please, for those of us interested in Palmville, please send all of your requests. Just start with sending Palmville to 09060005737. If you're interested in the books as well, you can do that. If you also look at the comment section, a representative from Dr. Olumide's office is online. His name is Oluwaseun. He has his response there. School of Money, if you are in Nigeria, it's 50,000 naira. And every other book that you need, just reach out to him. His number is there. His name is Oluwaseun Kojusola, Pastor Sheun Kojusola. He will be happy to take and handle all of your requests regarding the books. And for Financial Freedom Master Guide as well, you can reach out to 09060005737. So I see a person saying, I have access to 15,000 pounds. I didn't know what to use the money for, so I returned the money to the bank. Can I use that money for shortlets in Lagos? I think I'll let OC answer this question, and Dr. Olumide can also chime in.
Can you repeat the question, please?
There's also a person who has $3,450, and he also doesn't know what to do with the money.
Palmville is your best bet. I don't know. That would be my immediate recommendation right now. Yeah, that would be my immediate recommendation right now.
Now, for the person that has 15,000 pounds and you returned it to the bank, thank you for returning the money to the bank, because that means that you acknowledge that you did not know what to do with the money and you quickly returned it so that you will not get into debt. But now that you know what to do, go back and collect the money and come and put it in the Palmville. However, you were asking about shortlet. 15,000 pounds cannot get you a shortlet in Nigeria, or 15,000 pounds can get you a fraction of a shortlet. Because to own a shortlet, there are people that are doing fractional shortlet owners where you can buy a portion. But if you are talking of starting a shortlet on your own, $15,000 cannot do the job. So I would advise you go for Palmville. But if you don't want to consider fractional ownership with other shortlet, then contact LifePage, and then we'll see how we can help you with that.
Please unmute me. Thank you very much for that, Dr. Olumide, Emmanuel, and OC. So for those who are seeking mentorship, because I see a lot of people saying mentorship, the platform for OC's mentorship, the easiest way is for you to sign up for end to own. And from there, the conversation can be picked up on how you can join the one-on-one. You can also send mentorship to that same number, 0906000 5737. And there's also the international number, +1 470. Just ensure that you send mentorship or whatever it is that is your request via SMS or WhatsApp, and you would be attended to. For those who are also requesting Dr. Olumide Emmanuel's mentorship, it has a platform, the Billionaires Conclave. You can also do well to go through Pastor Shehu, and he would redirect you accordingly. And please note that these mentorships are not free. So if you're still looking for or getting the money ready, you can access all of their platforms on socials where you get free mentorship, buy their books, and definitely if you apply that knowledge, you'll definitely be able to make it to the paid mentorship platform as well. For those who are asking, or the after sales maintenance for Palmville, once you send Palmville to 0906000 5737, you will get a brochure that has all of the FAQs that would respond to everything that you need. You would also get invitations to meetings from time to time where all of these questions can be treated. And if you also follow Oladipupo Clement on YouTube, you'll be able to watch recap of videos where all of this has been treated. I think we have had such a great time. For those who are also asking, how can I become a realtor? How can I sell Palmville? Send RMP to 0906000 5737. Okay. I think we have had such a great time. It's wonderful. And we really have to go for now. So I don't know if you have any closing remarks from OC, any closing remark. We'll be happy to take them. So I see one question. The person is asking for the Wealth Creation Pack and the School of Money University. Please reach out to Pastor Shehu Kojusola. Pastor Shehu Kojusola, could you please post your contact again so that people can reach out to you? Please reach out to Pastor Shehu Kojusola. He's been posting his contact, so please reach out to him. OC, do you have any closing remarks for us? What do we look forward to in the next 14 years to come? It has been an amazing 14 years so far, and we know that we're moving further. Congratulations to each and every one of us at LifePage.
Thank you so much, Stella. And let me begin by sincerely appreciating everyone for making time out to be a part of this program. I believe it's been worth your while. It's been worth your time, and it's been worth your time. Truly grateful for your participation. One thing I would request that you do for us is to share this YouTube channel. It's at Enrich TV by LifePage on YouTube. Share it with your friends, share with your loved ones, so that they can also glean from most of the things you have also learned. And then it will also serve you, because you then can watch the replay again and again. Don't think you got everything we shared. You need to go back to your notes. I also want to use this moment to celebrate and appreciate my very revered mentor, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. His words has shaped my life on many levels. And I'm sure that many of you here who are on this call and who have been following me or following us as a company, you will know that it is a constant on my lips. And so if you have any question we couldn't get to, as you can see, time is really fast spent. And as much as we would love to answer those questions right now, we need to also respect people's time. So I would request that you send your questions directly to 0906005737. We will take the time to respond to all those questions later on. Okay, so that's the best thing I can recommend you do now, because we won't be able to get to your questions. And so to all members of staff, behind the scene, people are still in the office, different people, working here and there. I want you to know that I celebrate you, I value you, and we've been burning midnight candles whenever we have events of this nature, of this size. A lot of work goes on behind the scene, and so I want you to know that you are highly appreciated. Let's do more as we serve our generation, as we serve generations even unborn. I love you very much, and I celebrate all of you. Thank you, and thank you. The next 14 years, in fact, it's not 14 years, by 2030, just watch out for some major things and major shifts that are going to begin to happen. We've got all your details. I'm sure that we'll send emails as well. We'll send you further communication about opportunities and the things that will really, really help you and move you forward. If you want mentorship, I'm the national president of Billionaires Conclave. Billionaires Conclave is the mentorship platform of Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, for high net worth individuals. So it's not it's not cheap at all. But if you are interested in, being a part of the mentorship of Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, then reach out to me. Reach out to my personal office. Okay, not LifePage now. Reach out to my personal office, and I'll point you in the right direction. That is where all the major guys who are making things happen in Nigeria and around the world, that's where we belong. So you don't want to miss out on that. It doesn't matter where you are. We've had it doesn't matter. We have people from all over the world who are part of that, and this will be of tremendous value to you. If you think you know Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, you don't know him yet. Anything you are hearing is just, you don't know. So, and I tell you that because I know, right? So join that group. It's the conclave, the Billionaires Conclave. It will transform your life, literally. In 1 year, you will not be the same anymore, right? Then number 2 is, if you feel, I know people will say to me that, doctor is busy, I don't know how I'm going to do it, right? He has produced many of us. He has produced many mentors as well, and I'm one of them. I used to try to shy away from it, but I've also seen transformation in people's lives who have come in contact with us, right? We're able to see further because we stand on the shoulders of those who have gone ahead of us. We have proven these things because we learn from the masters, and we can also share them with you. Practical, real story, real experiences. So if you want to join, because of our schedule, I had to create what we call the inner circle. So it's just an inner circle. It's not for everybody. If you're interested in that, also just reach out to those numbers. So +1 47070844107 is the number to send the Billionaires Conclave. So just send TBC to that or inner circle, and then we'll provide you all the details for mentorship. Any other question you have regarding LifePage, we've got loads and loads of 14th anniversary offers that we cannot bombard everybody with. And so all you just need to do is just send Palmville, and we can send you all of that. If you need other information about most of our projects, send it to that number 0906005737. I'll be very delighted to serve you. Please give us, up to 48 hours to 72 hours to reply you, because I'm sure there will be lots and lots. We have over 3,000 people registered for this event, and I'm not sure we had up to 1,000 people who joined on Zoom. But by and large, everybody will be contacted via emails and all of that. We want to sincerely appreciate you for your time. Listen to me carefully. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter. Your possibilities are endless, are limitless. Just need to believe in yourself. And it will be a very great honor for us to guide you on that path. Let's work together to make a brighter future. Thank you very much. Stella, over to you.
Thank you very much, OC, for that closing remark. We want to say a very big thank you to everyone who has joined us from all over the world. Thank you for joining us on Zoom. Thank you for also joining us on YouTube. We acknowledge your presence. We had over 200 people. And as we come to the end of tonight's session, one thing is clear, that wealth is not accidental. It is built, it is structured, and it is sustained. Tonight, we have explored what it means to invest intelligently, what it means to design wealth intentionally, and how to navigate economic uncertainty with clarity. But beyond everything that has been shared, what truly matters is what you decide to do next. Knowledge is powerful, but only when it is applied. On behalf of LifePage, I would like to sincerely appreciate all of our speakers, Mr. Opeoluwa Oni, Dr. Oladipupo Clement, and Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, for their generous insights. And to every one of you who took time to be here tonight, whether you joined in the midnight, in the afternoon, in the morning, we appreciate your presence and your engagement. Thank you for being a part of the Global Wealth Creation Summit 2026. Have a wonderful May and enjoy the rest of the year. For all of your questions, please reach out to the numbers and they will be handled. Thank you so much for staying with us. We look forward to making your life richer and better. My name is Stella Owechwe, and it has been an amazing evening being your host. Bye for now.
Thank you, Stella. I omitted you. Thank you so much. God bless you.